Hey guys, if you enjoy the Drunken Peasants podcast, be sure to go to audibletrial.com/Drunken Peasants to get your free audio book. They have books like The God Delusion or Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. Also, 150,000 other titles to choose from. So be sure to check that out. It supports the show and you get a free audiobook in the process. So what the fuck do you have to lose? Tacos. The Drunken Peasants podcast is satirical in nature, and while we do occasionally delve into serious issues and discussions, our primary purpose is to entertain and amuse. In other words, don't take this shit too seriously.
Coming to you live from the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist?
It's okay.
You're nothing, TJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be light.
You're garbage.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
JT.
Welcome to the Drunken Peasants podcast, where we DP the fuck out of the news.
I'm Ben, and this is my partner, TJ. DJ. How you doing, DJ?
DJ.
It's actually CJ, guys.
CJ.
ECG. Yeah, it's always been EJ.
EJ.
Yeah.
VJ.
Yeah, VJ. VJ.
You're sitting down really low this time. Like the camera.
Sorry, man. Just trying to relax, Ben. Just trying to
relax
chill,
and take
buddy.
a load off.
Take a load off of what?
TJ worked really hard in the salt mines. Ben.
Oh,
The
okay.
We all know
salt
this.
mines. The mines of salt. I guess I'll sit up more.
Yeah, sit up.
Please, Ben's fucking
Yeah, fix your fucking posture, TJ.
rigid rule.
There you go. Now you
ass.
fit perfectly in the little box.
I don't
you're
like it.
supposed to.
I don't fucking exist in your box, Ben.
You do.
Yeah, you're right.
You are in the box right now.
You are in the box. The Matrix has you.
Sweet.
Ben, have you ever seen the movie Good Burger?
No. I know what it is.
Keane
I
and-
missed
it's
that one intentionally.
With Keenan and Kel, buddy.
Oh, God. They were garbage.
But you remember the classic line, though, don't you, Ben? Welcome to the Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Cool.
That's a fucking line in
Yeah,
that
that's-
movie, Ben.
it's
Several
awesome.
times that line is repeated. That's how good it is.
It's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, like, does it get better each time they say it?
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
Every time, the first time you just get a little shiver in your legs, but by the time it's at the end of the movie, you kill yourself. Yeah. It's beautiful.
You're a liar, TJ.
You know, you don't kill yourself because it's so bad. You
You're
kill
a liar!
yourself because life is too beautiful.
You're a liar, TJ. You lie.
You know, so many people are getting
This shirt,
the shirt, either the shirt or the hoodie.
they love it.
32 now. We're up to 32. There's 12 days left. There's a link
Our
in the
goal
description.
is for every single human being on the planet Earth to own this this T-shirt,
This television.
this television shirt.
Well, we're doing good so far. Then we probably got like 415 or something.
That's almost half the population of the Earth if my math skills are what they used to be.
Yeah. Well, you're no Ryan Wiley, but I think
Pretty close.
Maybe a third. I don't know. It's difficult to know.
Yeah,
People dying, being born all the time. You know, it's hard to have the exact figure.
that's
Yeah.
true.
So I came across a video that someone made saying that your Southern accent sucks.
My Southern accent
Yeah,
sucks?
yeah. When you do your fake Southern accent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, TJ don't know shit.
Good, let's play it.
All right.
Hello, you crazy people. How the hell are you? I hear a lot of folks on YouTube trying to talk like us Southerners do with the Southern
Talk
drawl.
like us Southerners do with our Southern drawl.
Atheist, he tries to mock us and make fun
Tries
of
to mock us and make fun of us.
You know, TJ,
when you try to talk like a real Southern boy.
It reminds me of my friend Billy Ray that went and bought him a hunting dog, and that sumbitch had 3 legs, was blind in one eye, and he named the bastard Lucky. I mean, just to be honest with you, son, you've got a better chance of talking like a Southern boy than you gonna get laid by Beyonce in about the next 10 minutes. It ain't gonna happen, son.
What if I was laid by Beyonce in the past 10 minutes? Does that count?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, look, there's not just one Southern accent. There's multiple Southern accents. I guarantee you that if you go to Louisiana, you will find people who talk the way that my Southern voice sounds. So,
I mean, plus a lot of it's exaggerated.
right? I mean, there's definitely hyperbole to it. I mean, it's like comedic exaggeration, but really not. No, I mean, it's really not. No, that's not even accurate. That's just Scotty putting that idea in my head. It's not. It's fucking how some people really are.
I mean, some people, but that's not obviously like a normal person.
The majority, Scotty. I would say the vast 99.8% of all Southerners talk exactly like this.
Also, this guy must be under the impression that we're not from the South, so he's like, he can go and be like, oh, you guys don't even know what it's like. It's like, yeah, actually we do.
You don't know what it's like.
He gets into that.
Be a Southern boy.
He gets into that in just a moment.
And I know you realize that you want to be a Southern boy like us, but you stuck up there in Yankeeville in some godforsaken town. We don't even know where yet. Don't care. All I'm trying to say is, son, some things just ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
And you got a better chance of shoving a banana. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, well, we both grew up in Louisiana, so you're a dumbass. I mean, yeah, we live in the North now, but that doesn't really change.
I've lived everywhere.
Doesn't really change.
Well, in America.
Changed that we lived there for like almost 17 years.
Every quadrant of America.
Every quadrant?
Yep, every quadrant.
I see.
If you cut America into fourths, then I would have lived in every fourth.
I see. That's interesting.
Yep. I'm awesome.
So, up next here, we have a video from Wild Bill.
I can't do an Irish accent, though. It's impossible. Anyway, Wild Bill.
Yeah, Wild Bill. This is a pretty strange video.
Strange even for him?
Yes.
Okay.
Same music, though.
Tony's Liberal Cat.
Hello, everybody. Wild Bill for America here, and yes, I am still babysitting that liberal cat. How do I know it's a liberal? Well, it broke my Impeach Obama mug. But what you don't know is why I have the cat. My neighbor Tony was diagnosed with cancer, terminal cancer. He was given 5 months to live, and
cancer of the terminal.
Ago. Since he was too sick to work, he was evicted from his home and is now living in his truck. And that's why I have the cat.
Hold on, wait.
Apparently they don't do well in...
So you took in his cat, but not him?
He's Wild Bill, TJ. He's like,
wait, but his friend has cancer and is dying and has nowhere to live. And Bill's so concerned that he's letting his cat live with him while his friend lives in the truck.
Yes.
Wild Bill ain't a millionaire, TJ. His friend needs to get a job and support himself.
Yep.
Isn't there a couch to sleep on? Or
Nope. No. The cat gets the couch.
Oh, the cat gets the couch. Well, the cat clearly is the most important party there because it's going to continue living and it's going to need, more stable.
Yeah, it's going to need somewhere to stay.
Living conditions. I mean, some guy with cancer, he's going to be dead soon anyway. What's it matter where he sleeps?
True.
Vehicles. Now, a dog would be perfectly content to sleep right next to you in a truck. Unconditional love and selfless friendship. Dogs are clearly more conservative than cats. Oh, and Tony told me that when his cancer began, the cat started avoiding him. Interesting. I see Tony pretty often, and he's in a lot of pain. A few days ago, he was shaking so bad he couldn't hold a cup. Hospice doesn't have a room for him, and I really wish I could afford to put him up someplace, but the best I can do right now is a few bags of groceries. I'm asking for all my internet
your
friends.
house where you're living?
I mean, I don't know the circumstances.
You don't. He seems well off enough that if he really cared about this guy, he could fucking clear some space somewhere. Put an air mattress in the living room. I mean, am I crazy here?
I just don't know. I mean, that could be a possibility. I just don't know what his house or setup is like, so I'm not going to...
I mean, like, unless there's already, like, 15 people living in a one-bedroom apartment, I don't see how it would be that big of a fucking deal.
To pray for Tony. The clock is ticking down and he will pass into eternity in a matter of days.
Tony.
And when Tony leaves this life, he has no place to go but down. He's a hard-hearted man who has lived a rough life. In prison, he ridiculed and cursed the guys who read their Bibles. But now that death is coming at him like a Mack truck, he's willing to listen. I've told him the gospel message. He knows that the Son of God died on the cross to pay for his sins, and that if he will believe in Jesus Christ and turn from his sinful life towards God, he can be completely reconciled with his Creator, and when he dies, he will have an eternal home with God in a magnificent, never-ending kingdom. But Tony just can't bring himself to make that commitment, and the clock keeps ticking. Now, one of the rough passages of the Bible is where Christ tells us that most people will never turn to him and will die in their sins and be lost forever in hell, which is a prison created not for people but for Satan and his minions.
So you see how he's slowly changing what he's talking about.
My friend has cancer. His cat is a liberal. He's going to hell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clock's ticking, TJ.
Tick tock, tick
What
tock,
a
tick
horrible
tock.
fate. And once a man enters hell, he will never get out. It's hard to watch Tony bullheadedly march down that path. And it's hard knowing that many of the people I interact with are also bullheadedly marching down that same path to hell. That's why I challenge
On a highway to hell.
The liberals and the unaware to wake up and realize that their life clock is also ticking down and will one day stop.
Wait a minute. That doesn't even make any sense. Like, there's plenty of people who are liberal who are also Christians.
No, they're false Christians.
Oh, so they're G-Man Christians? You know,
Yeah.
If you agree with G-Man, then you're a Christian. If you don't agree with G-Man, then you're not a Christian. So it's basically like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I see.
You get it, Scotty. You
Probably
bright.
Just think about
when they least expect it. This is Wild Bill for America saying, think about it. Thanks for
Just
watching.
think about it.
America,
Well,
bless God
excuse
again.
me, TJ.
And it just occurred to me that this cat is probably going to live here forever.
Aw. Well, probably not. Probably just till you or the cat dies.
Yeah.
I like Wild Bill's shit. He's all like, I feel real bad for him. Oh, well, cat can stay.
Yeah. Yeah, the cat can stay there.
This video is very deceptively titled as well. It's like Tony's liberal cat.
Yep.
You're all going to hell. It's like, what does that have to do with the liberal kitty?
Well, he's saying you're going to hell if you don't change your ways. Is what he's trying to say.
I know.
It's bullshit.
I'm just saying that the title is really misleading.
Yeah, the title of this video is Tony's Liberal Cat.
Well, there is a cat in the video.
And it is apparently a liberal.
Yeah, he claims it's a liberal because it broke his Benghazi mug.
Yeah, the cat was like, impeach Obama. Fuck that shit. Psh.
All right, so we're not going to play all of this next video.
Poor Wild Bill. He's such a hapless looking fuck.
We'll just play a little bit of the video and comment on it. The title of this video is Discrimination is Okay.
What if we just watch the whole video first and then we'll comment afterwards?
No.
I see it's only 27 minutes and 1 second long.
Yeah,
Right, no interruptions, guys. Let's play the video.
Everyone be quiet. Pipe down.
Today I'm gonna tell you why I hate anti-discrimination laws. I am vehemently opposed to any law that says you aren't allowed to discriminate based on gender, or race, or religion, or sexual orientation, or amount of
Surprised a
body
lesbian
fat.
would take that
Actually,
position.
That is kind of shocking. You're right.
Oh my god.
The fat acceptance movement, they have size discrimination now. One of the funniest things that just
Oh,
always
quit
makes
discriminating
me
against
smile,
me,
at least, is when anyone talks about a person being a person of size. You know how people don't really use the phrase very much anymore, but I know in the past 10, 20 years, the politically correct term for a black person was a person of color. And now the big thing for people who are fat is I'm a person of size. That just always makes me laugh. I don't know why.
I agree with him there because like everyone is a person of color. Everyone has a color, and everyone's a person of size because everyone has a size.
Some sizes are larger than others.
I think the politically correct term for fat people should just be fat ass.
Fat ass.
Yeah, that should be the polite way.
It's just a euphemistic term to make people like so you don't have to call the person fat. You say you're a gentleman of size or something. Basically, means
I would be
you're
more
fat.
insulted if someone said that I was a gentleman of size
TJ,
than I would.
You're
like,
a gentleman.
Hey, you're a fat ass, dude.
You're a gentleman of size, TJ.
Like I feel like gentleman of size is
size.
patronizing.
What is? That's the whole point. The point is to make these people who are fat feel better about being fat.
But it does. But anyway, I'm very opposed to laws that say that you aren't allowed to discriminate. And
Is he wearing
it's
a
big
Wolverine
reason why
shirt?
I'm opposed to
I think
major
so.
portions of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. And if I was a congressman, then I would have voted against it. And when people
So-
hear this, they're like, "Oh my gosh, that's so
All right.
shocking."
I do declare
Wait,
he is correct.
I just want to point out that I'm 90% sure that he's wearing a Wolverine shirt,
Okay.
and I mean, like he's kind of missing the message of X-Men if that's the case, because that's all about people who are being unfairly discriminated against in their fight for acceptance of society.
Yeah, but we don't need laws passed, TJ. Give me a break.
We don't need laws. Why don't we need laws?
We don't need laws
It's
passed.
that big
Makes
government.
me laugh.
Big government.
If I mean, like, I don't understand these people. Like, I agree that something should be a certain way, but there should be no law that says that. It's like, okay, so I don't think people should murder each other, but we don't need no law to tell us that. We just need to all agree that murder's bad.
There you go. Perfect libertarian society, TJ.
Such a racist. Why do you hate black people? Why do you hate women? Why wouldn't you want them to have equality under the law? And this is why. Anti-discrimination laws are completely unlibertarian. They go against free market principles.
Good.
And it's not. It wasn't the framers' intent. And as someone who
framers'
loves liberty and
intent.
believes that the government's sole purpose should be to protect people's natural
Okay, well,
rights of life, liberty, and
if we're
property.
gonna talk about the framers' intent, then shouldn't slavery still be legal? I think it was the framers' intent that the framework they created evolve and like change in its application as society fucking changed. I mean, Thomas Jefferson basically said the Constitution or Bill of Rights should be rewritten every 10 years. I mean, that's like
No, these people want to be
that's like a
fucking sticks in the
hyperbole,
mud.
but I mean, and like they gave us a system whereby we could create laws, whereby we could add new amendments to the Bill of Rights. Don't you think that kind of shows that they wanted us to change and wanted us to evolve and not just be like, we're rigidly going to abide by what these ancient dead men who live in a society
Wrong.
totally unlike the one we live in said?
Wrong.
Like, you could say the founding fathers were wise, but you can't say that their ideas just reign eternal because they came from a different time. It was the fucking 1770s. There were a bunch of 16th century motherfuckers. I mean, how the fuck are they?
Y'all just a bunch of 16th century motherfuckers.
They were.
But some of the I mean, in fairness to those people, there are some things that I think have still stood the test of time, like freedom of speech.
Or is it 18th century? I always can't remember if I'm supposed to go back or forward with that.
Okay, yeah. If they lived in the 17th or in the 1700s,
That was the 18th century, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the 1900s were the 20th century.
yes,
Correct.
So yeah, they were a bunch of 18th century motherfuckers, which
Yes.
ain't much better than being 16th century motherfuckers.
yeah. All right.
I mean, motherfuckers had wooden teeth back then. Actually, I believe that was
you're restricting people's liberty, and also their property in a way, their business, by not allowing them to make the decisions that they see
That's
fit.
true. So slavery is fine.
And this is the biggest flaw with the liberal mindset. There's so many liberals that feel they are owed a job. This is why these anti-discrimination laws exist and why they persist and why they're being pushed more and more every single year.
Wait a minute.
Because
So,
there is this attitude.
these liberal idiots think that just because they're a part of society, they should be able to find employment and fucking clothe and feed and shelter themselves.
That's what I'm saying.
Those entitled pieces of shit.
That's what I'm saying. The way he frames it is like they think they're just owed a job. Like, I'm here, give me a job as a scientist. And it's like,
I mean,
do you have any training? No.
What this miserable lesbian slug is actually saying is that the rights and liberties of corporations and businesses trump the rights and liberties of individuals. And that, I think, is an anti-libertarian ideal. I think that individual liberty has to be given a higher precedence over some collective rights of some potentially nefarious organization.
The world, but in the United States, there is more and more every year an attitude that I am owed a job. This mindset of, oh, I go to the public school, the government indoctrination center, as I like to call it, but no, I go to public school for 12, 13 years, and then I go to a 4-year university and take out a $100,000 loan to study some bullshit subject like women's studies or hospitality, and then, oh, after I get out of college...
Hospitality
yeah,
is,
I mean, like,
that's like hotels.
Have you ever stayed at a
stuff.
hotel, you fucking dipshit? I agree women's studies is pretty much a waste of time, at least as a major, but the fucking hospitality, like, you ever fucking stayed at a hotel? You ever gone to a fucking restaurant? You ever fucking gone to, like, a publicly planned event of any kind? I mean, that's actually a useful fucking skill.
Well, not only that, he's basically strawmanning everyone that went to like a university or college for something, but like that's considered to be a good field, like a STEM field or something like that.
Okay,
like not everyone's going to school for the same purpose, but like, isn't that the whole point of life is to make choices?
What
does he care where people go to school and what they study? It's like, I mean, obviously there has to be some practicality to it.
At this point in human history, though, like, a job is how you actually, like, take care of yourself and you know... So, I mean, like, is he basically saying that people shouldn't feel entitled to live or exist in a society? Like, if you can't say to your society, you know, I want to fucking have a job, I want to have money, I want to have things. If you can't even expect that of your society, then what's the fucking point of even having a society in the first place? You know, you might as well just fucking live in a goddamn cabin in the woods and fucking hunt elk with a fucking crossbow.
But let me ask you something. Do you think that means that you're owed a job? And I think the way he's using it is it means like just you have a degree, so you should be given a job.
I don't think you should be owed a job in the sense that, like that. But I think that people should feel entitled to be able to find employment somewhere, like, because basically what that's saying is people feel entitled to be able to survive within society. Yeah. If society can't even provide survival for you, then society is pretty fucking useless.
college, I can't find work, so then I go there for another 3 years and go to grad school and write papers about absolute bullshit and sit in little circles with 8 other people in my class and talk about all this intellectual, politically correct stuff that nobody cares about other than three people who are PhDs in the major. And then some of them go on to get their PhDs. They can live in the playful la-la land
Only
of
3, though,
academia
apparently.
forever. And then other people go out and try to find work, usually in a very politically correct area, like working for government, or some of them find...
What is this overuse of the term politically correct? It doesn't even make fucking sense.
It's just really confusing, too. It's like he's talking about everyone like... They just get these bullshit degrees, and they try to find a bullshit job. It's like, what?
I just keep waiting for a giant turd to actually literally come out of his mouth.
Sorry, guys, one second.
So certain nonprofits that work for politically correct causes. There's so many places where these liberals can make a nice little nest for themselves.
Okay, liberals. Okay.
And a lot of them
liberals.
can make their way into different businesses through these anti-discrimination laws. Or I should say businesses end up hiring a lot of these people for fear of being discriminated against. And now you might be thinking, Nick, okay, I agree with you that a lot of people feel they're entitled
I'm not
to a
thinking
job.
that.
Just because they went to school. But what does this have to do with anti-discrimination? Like, yeah, nobody's entitled to a job, but shouldn't you still not discriminate against people based on their skin or their gender or what have you? And
that's a good point, hypothetical
like
sane person.
People discriminate all the time. And I've asked many liberals before. I've talked to liberals and asked them, so why is discrimination a bad thing? And they literally just look at me like I'm an idiot and say, really? I really have to explain to you why discrimination is bad?
Yeah.
People look at him like he's an idiot.
Like he's an idiot. I wonder why that could be. Okay, if he wants to explain to him why discrimination is bad because if you actually belong to one of the groups being discriminated against, you're being excluded from a job that you are qualified for, not because of any actual characteristic that you possess, but just because you happen to be the wrong race or gender. I think that is bullshit. I think that if you were a woman or a black guy, you would not be on here talking this bullshit. But since you're just some little white lesbian, you can just run your mouth on here. And that doesn't make any sense to me.
Do you want to watch more, or do you want to move on?
No, he makes my skin crawl.
Okay.
Unless Scotty wants to watch more.
Fuck no.
Okay.
This guy doesn't even make any fucking sense.
All right. Well, guess what it's time for.
What? Troll or not a troll? Fuck yeah. Woo!
Let's watch it one more time.
No.
All right.
Is it time for that?
Yes.
Is it time?
It's time for...
It's time! Play it one more time.
All right.
Oh, come on.
One more.
That's what the fucking troll is.
One more. One more.
No.
Let's cover the shit.
All right. So, the link is in the description for everyone to vote. Troll or not a troll? Let me know when when you've made your determination.
Yeah, we know how it works. Play the shit.
All right.
Hey everybody! Today I'm going to show you how to play a drum solo. And this is, in my opinion, the easiest way to play a drum solo. And this video will be especially useful for beginners, but advanced drummers will still be able to incorporate it into their drumming beats and their drum solos. So, I'm going to get straight to the point. When you're playing a drum solo, you're going to want to start off with what I like to call the backbone of your solo, and that is a consistent bass drum beat that goes something along the lines of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it should sound like this. And that is basically the backbone of your drum solo. Now, once you have that backbone down pat, which I'm sure you'll have down pat in a matter of a minute or so, you're going to come up with your own drum rudiment or your own drum pattern that you're going to play. And the one that I've come up with is da 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 da. Now, I know that sounds kind of weird, so I'd rather play it for you so you can hear it. Da 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 da.
I'm actually pretty sure this guy's not a troll.
Yeah, I'm thinking not a troll so far.
Do you want me to skip ahead? This was submitted as a possible troll video, but so far I don't. It just kind of seems like he's playing drums.
Yeah.
I was hoping he'd be like really bad at the drums or something. Let's see.
I mean, he has like fucking music equipment in the background.
Yeah.
Full drum set.
Yeah, this is bullshit. I'm gonna play a different one.
Yeah,
Fuck
someone
this.
will just fucking.
You gotta review this shit, Ben.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Get right on it now. Now, Ben!
Yeah, I'm gonna do a different one. So if you guys voted, sorry you wasted your vote.
You wasted your fucking time. This guy is clearly not a troll, and whoever sent this to us was a troll.
Yes.
So we were trolled, basically.
We were trolled.
Damn it! I hate you guys.
We was trolled.
I was hoping he'd be like the worst drummer ever.
Hi-hats that you have on your kit, and you'll have an awesome drum solo to play.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Why was this even submitted to us?
I don't know.
Maybe someone was really high when they saw
They're
this.
like,
Like,
"Wow,
no way, this guy is for real.
This dude is a fucking troll, man. Fuck. Just look at him, bro.
Look at him, man. He's bald, dude. Look at
Send
him,
this to
troll,
DP
dude.
right away.
Gotta
All right,
send
fuck
it
it.
in, man.
I'm gonna play this one. Yeah, I guess I will have to. It's hard for me to scrutinize these videos.
Scrotinize.
Scrotumize.
All right, here we go.
Sweet.
Start by saying no to all drugs. Tylenol, aspirin, Band-Aids. Don't associate with
Band-Aids
people
are
who might
drugs?
offer you drugs. Hippies, musicians, people with dreadlocks, doctors, Democrats, soccer players, European soccer players with dreadlocks. Don't even look at that guy. Have a plan. If someone offers you drugs, scream, "It's a narc! It's a narc!" Carry a gun. Once the topic of drugs come up, pull out the gun, slowly put it on the table. Do you feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? create little rhymes for each drug. I know
I would say
one,
neither.
marijuana.
Yeah, it seems like neither, honestly.
It seems like it's just some dude trying to be funny.
Yeah. It's almost like an old dude stand-up bit.
Yeah.
Crack cocaine. Are you insane? 2468. Meth is not my soulmate. Tell people you are a heroin dealer. Heroin dealers don't need to be offered drugs.
So I
Tell
guess
them you-
not a troll would be
Not
my
a
vote.
troll. All right. I would say not a troll. Everyone send me better ones and label them.
Yeah, you guys suck.
As troll or not a troll.
Our audience is trolls. We need to vote on whether they're trolls or not, really.
Yeah.
I would say troll.
Damn it. Oh, okay, whatever. It doesn't even really matter.
We get a cool intro and we don't even have a proper
Yeah.
video.
I would vote not a troll.
Not a troll.
Yep.
Not a troll.
All right, so here's the video that TJ actually requested that we play.
No.
Yes.
Lies.
Please subscribe, comment, and rate.
That's the Exorcist music.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to skip it.
Killed the Muslims because of a hate crime. Muslim Keane from God TV.
Seek out God believers.
Seek out God believers.
Scotty's fucking cup is blocking my view.
Scotty sucks. What a fucking piece of shit.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
He just
My
peed
name
a minute
is
ago.
Keane from God TV Radio.
Got
and
piss
today
every
I'm
2
gonna
damn
be
seconds.
responding to a Christian's video that he uploaded.
All right.
His channel is called Theology, Philosophy, and...
Hey, you a puss of shit, bitch. Fuck you. Don't touch me. Ow. Fucking asshole. All right, so I don't really care about this video Brett Keane put up, but I just wanted to talk about Brett Keane.
Oh, okay.
The thing about Brett Keane is...
That's awesome. You're like, I don't give a fuck about this dude.
No. But remember... Do you guys remember how Brett Keane converted to Christianity? Well,
yeah, well,
theism,
tell the
whatever.
audience if they don't remember.
Well, anyway, for those of you who don't remember, Brett Keane basically... He was in some dire financial straits, as he usually is, and he asked the internet for money, and he said, atheists, Christians, anybody that can give me money, and apparently somehow he knew that Christians gave him more money than atheists.
Thank you.
And he was, and it was then
I'm a God believer.
that he decided to become what he terms a God believer.
Thank you.
Thus proving that his soul is basically up for the highest bidder. And since Brett Keane is not really a commodity in extreme demand, I figured that
We'll start the bidding with one cheeseburger.
I could probably get him for a pretty low bid. So Brett, I was thinking that you could go back to being an atheist if I paid you $10 a month plus a box of Krispy Kreme donuts. Obviously
Sold.
I would send them to you. They'd be kind of stale. I figure this is more money than you could ever possibly make on your own. And I think that'd be
that's
awesome.
what Brett Keane makes in like 3 months.
Yeah, and I figured if you don't want to be an atheist again, you're tired of that, if you become a Muslim, I will pay you $20 a month, because I think the idea of a Brett Keane Muslim would be pretty funny. But your wife has to wear a parka.
Okay, will you a parka?
Yeah,
a
burqa. Not a parka. A burqa. Or hijab. Or niqab.
And if he becomes a Muslim, will you throw in 2 boxes of Krispy Kreme donuts?
A parka. That's like a fucking coat.
Eskimo. Yeah. I meant burqa.
Just
Well,
wear a
TJ,
parka.
will you up it to 2 boxes of
Bad
Krispy
Ben.
Kreme?
Fuck you.
What? 2 boxes? No. Just $20. He can get his own. If I'm giving $20, he can go to his own fucking box.
Come on, 2 boxes, TJ.
All right, I'll give him $20 and a Happy Meal from McDonald's.
That's a fucking fair offer.
Yeah. And
So Brett, if you're listening, the offer has been made.
Yeah, so that's that. And earlier,
it's TJ. That's basically a sincere offer too, right?
right? I will pay if Brett Keane will start making atheist videos or Muslim videos. I will sign a contract with him that says that I will pay him the amount that I have described here on this show. So if
There you have it, folks.
If Brett wants to get in on this, $10 a month, that's $120 a year. Brett, think about that before you turn that down. You could fucking buy a lot of Pop-Tarts with that money.
Or potentially $240 a year.
Yeah, if you want to go Muslim, I'll give you $240 a year, but you gotta
a Happy Meal.
You gotta make Muslim videos on YouTube, and your wife has to wear a parka or a burqa or whatever the fuck it is.
Just cover up.
She just gotta cover herself up,
Even a bed sheet. Come on, anything.
Yeah. Obviously, when she's entertaining gentlemen suitors so that you guys can continue to pay the rent on your double wide, she could take it off. But other than that, she's got to wear it all the time, 24/7.
A fair and gracious offer from TJ.
Yes. It's a beautiful thing. You know, I feel like I'm just trying to help Brett Keane out because I feel bad for him. You know, I feel real bad. Anyway, I don't care what he has to say.
TJ's
skip
a
on.
man of compassion.
So much compassion.
All right, so this next video is entitled "The Amazing Atheist Once Again Begs for People to Buy His Shit."
Good.
Finally. Buy TJ anything he wants.
Buy me things.
So earlier today, I was putzing around on Tumblr and came across something by The Amazing
You mean
Atheist,
to tell me that one of my own botched clones is trying to sit here and lecture me on... Does he not look like a botched clone of me?
But TJ, he has the times in different countries. He has London, Los Angeles. I mean, he's sophisticated. He's tracking the
He knows the
goings-on of
time
world.
in fucking 4 places, man.
Well, he's very important. He needs to know the time in different
He's an
locations.
important motherfucker.
TJ Kirk.
TJ Kirk, the big fat jerk.
TJ.
Whatever the fuck his name is. Anywho.
He is having a fund at fundly.com.
Thanks for the promotion.
And what he needs from you is a brand new computer.
Yep.
The funding goal is $3,000.
Sweet.
Now at this point, I just have to fucking wonder.
Hey, Scotty.
Jesus, man.
No. Yeah. Also that. But, hey, Scotty. How much have we raised towards that computer?
$900 or something.
Sweet. I'm nearly 1/3 of the way there towards my new editing PC.
Okay, I predict he's gonna say like, just amazing if it's really is he really going to spend that much?
I predict that he's gonna punch the clocks on his wall and spread feces on his bare chest.
Okay.
Does anybody pay for anything anymore? Does anybody pay for a damn thing anymore?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ,
Hold on.
I actually thought...
The fans are gonna pay me money, and then I'm gonna use it to pay for the computer. So that's a lot of people paying. More people are paying. The payment is being spread out about more people. So that doesn't even make sense what you're saying.
He's saying basically that so many people do Kickstarters and fundraisers and shit. He's like, don't they just pay for it with their own money? It's like, well, that's the whole purpose behind crowdfunding, is that people make small contributions to larger goals.
Right.
But I guess he's just opposed to that because I don't know why. I guess he just doesn't like it, I guess.
Well, who cares? His argument so far seems to be, I'm indignant that this is happening. But I don't care. No one cares.
Doing a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo or a Fundly or whatever the fuck for James' cooking show, because it is the most expensive project I've ever done. But then I was like, you know what? No, if I get other people to give me their hard-earned money, I'm going to feel like I'm going to have to do this show forever. And if it doesn't work out, I'm not going to be able to just say, well, sorry, you know. Because I would never be able to sleep at night until I gave enough episodes that I felt the money had been repaid.
Yeah. I can't sleep at night anyway, though. I always lay there like, one day I'm going to die. Oh my God, why?
I just don't understand.
I want to exist forever.
I just don't understand the logic behind this. It's like, if the show didn't work out, then it's like, well, plenty of things that people have Kickstarted and done fundraisers for don't work out. So that means we just shouldn't do them because some of them will fail. That just seems so illogical. Plenty of them are successful. I couldn't sleep at night. Well, that's your personal and moral qualms.
But I mean, like, I'm raising money for a computer. So, I mean, like, it's not like a project that, you know, that I can, like, somehow, like, fail at. Like, you gave me the money for a computer and I bought it, but somehow it just didn't work out and I ended up not having a new computer. It's like, what?
You like spilled a bowl of soup on the computer or something.
Yeah, I bought the computer and I had $1 left over for soup, and I bought a soup and I spilled it on the computer and the computer is ruined.
Yeah, and the main reason you're asking for crowdfunding for the computer is because if it was just your personal needs, you would not need a high-end computer to do video editing.
No.
I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, yeah, he's right. If it was just TJ's personal computer, like, TJ's bought a personal computer, like a laptop. He didn't crowdfund for it. He's like, oh, it's just for me. I'll just get whatever I need and whatever works.
So, I personally, I couldn't do it because I like paying for things myself. And most things are not that expensive. And most of the times, if you have decent credit,
I
even
do not.
bad credit, you can get a credit card to cover the cost for emergency purchases, like computers.
Burp.
I mean, really, TJ, you can't come up with $3,000. You can't come up with $3,000.
Sure I can.
No, I don't know what TJ's finances are like. And yes, I'm aware he has to pay taxes. And yes, there's nothing wrong with him asking his fans for money. And no, there's nothing wrong with his fans also giving money. But my problem is...
Okay, so...
Hold on.
It seems like you covered everything there.
Averages what? 60, 70, 80, 90,000 views a video?
More like
Somewhere
100.
in there per video? Why can't he just make some videos where he yaps about something in the news, one a day? You know, he's not going to have to fucking put that much effort into it. And he can come up with his $3,000.
So instead of just asking my audience to contribute to the fund, I should put out a bunch of substandard crap just to make enough money to do it. Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about thumbtacks. Those motherfuckers are sharp, eh? Anyway, watch this video.
Yeah.
Make sure to click on all the ads you see. Oh wait, it's a violation. Don't click on the ads, but click on the ads if they're applicable and relevant to you, and you're actually genuinely interested.
Which you are.
Doesn't he have credit cards? Doesn't he have, savings?
Okay.
I mean,
anyone who knows me knows that those questions are ridiculous. I cannot be trusted with a credit card, and I am not a saving type of person.
He's a spending type of person.
I'm more of like an arbitrary whim to do something has now entered my head, and it will be done.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I mean, Thunderfoot basically said that he primarily lives off of the money from YouTube. Now, Thunderfoot's channel is 3 times smaller than TJ's. So I'm just curious as to where's the money going?
Right here,
buddy. The Amazing Atheist just can't come up with $3,000 on his own.
I could come up with $3,000 on my own. I just don't want to. I want to fucking, help my fans help me raise money because I have other fucking shit I need to buy. I'm going to buy a bunch of new backdrops. I'm going to buy some new lenses. I'm going to be buying a new computer. Oh, well, I'm not buying the new computer. I'm going to be buying a new camera. So, I've already got a bunch of shit that I'm investing in. I'm just trying to get some help on this one thing because my computer is right now on its last legs, and I'm getting, the blue screen of death probably, 2 times a week.
Well, not only that, all this technology in the computer is so old. It's not like you're using it, a good processor at this point. It was good when you bought it.
And we've upgraded that fucking machine several times to get it. It's been outdated several times, and we fucking have resurrected it from the dead with some upgrades. But now it's just reached the point where it's time to go.
And he's basically saying it's fine for you to do it, but you should just have the financial resources. Even though I don't know your financial situation, you should just have the resources to do this. It's okay. Well, that's just your opinion based upon nothing.
But then again, it seems more and more people are... for Christ's sakes, it used to be...
Back in my day, argument from tradition.
Parents. That's normal. Your kid, you pay.
Things were once done this way, therefore we should always do them this way.
Now people are using Kickstarter and Indiegogo
so
and
what?
Fundme and Fund This and Fundly.
So what?
All these crowdfunding sites to pay for their kid's fucking birthday party. What is it next? Buy my groceries?
That's totally anecdotal.
Okay,
what the fuck
hold
is
on.
Plenty of people...
If people want to give their money to those things and other people want to take their money for those things, then what the fuck does it matter?
Okay, but
there's been plenty of times where I've asked for crowdfunding for shit and I've participated in giving other people crowdfunding for shit. That's just kind of the new normal. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just people getting together and sharing fucking resources in times of need. That's all the fuck it is. And if you judge that their need isn't fucking great enough, then you just don't have to fucking participate.
Well, exactly, but not only that. I mean, I've seen a lot of campaigns that are for a variety of things. It's like, yeah, you could take the most ludicrous example, like pay for my kids' special birthday party, which obviously is stupid. But
why is it obviously stupid? If someone wants to pay for that, they should be able to fucking pay for it.
I'm not saying that people paying with their money is stupid. I'm saying. Yeah, like crowdfunding, I think should be used for bigger projects and things that are like more. I would think are more important. But I mean, people should still have the right to use them for whatever the fuck they want. Like I don't care about that.
Right. I mean, let market forces fucking decide that shit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, hey, if you want to post, I'm doing a Kickstarter to fucking give TJ a fucking awesome trip to Las Vegas. If people want to give money to it, they know full well what they're giving money to.
Yeah, or if I'm like, I need $20,000 because I want to fucking make a golden diamond encrusted turd.
Now it's time to launch the Drunken Peasants European Vacation Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Woo! Give us money so that we can get drunk in Europe, baby. Oh yeah.
Sounds good.
Get Drunk in Europe.
The Get Drunk in Europe fund.
What's wrong with people? Does anybody pay for anything anymore? I mean, we're talking real little amounts. This is not some massive fucking undertaking. Look, if I ever come up with an idea for a documentary film, right, and it's going to cost 50 grand, then I would actually reach out and try to get people to help me.
Oh, what a waste of money! I don't believe in the premise.
I have no idea what the fuck it'd be about. I'm just spitballing here. But with that, I could have a physical product that says, this is what your money went
numerous
for.
People have done
this
that.
Is, da-da-da-da-da. Okay?
Da-da-da-da-da.
This is what your money went for. This is our finished product. Here's the rewards, blah, 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 blah.
So basically, you're the arbiter of what's a worthwhile cause and what's not.
I'm gonna raise some money on Kickstarter so this guy can get some Rogaine.
But, I mean, just to literally say, I need a new computer, you people buy it for me.
Yeah. Do it.
Again, TJ, I mean, we're content creators, okay? At the end of the day, we're content creators. You have...
Also at the beginning and middle.
300,000 more subscribers than I... Or 30,000 times the subscribers that I have. I
Wonder
think that'd
why.
be about accurate. But we're both content creators. I just cannot believe that you can't come up with $3,000 or a new computer on your own.
So what if I can?
I mean, it's...
I don't understand. What does it have to do with anything? If I can come up with $3,000, going to fucking build like the most high-end machine I possibly can build.
But you know, I like I said, I don't know. It is sitting right now. It's got 25 days left. It is sitting at 12 donors and $329.
It's up a lot since then.
I'm almost positive that TJ will reach his goal of $3,000. I also don't know if finally it's one of these sites that you have to reach your goal before they give you the money, or you can, or you get whatever you get. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, at this point, this guy should have turned this video off like 3 or 4 minutes ago, because like he's just rambling at this point. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just
don't understand what his objection is. He's like, well, if I had an idea that was like $50,000, I would use.
The computer that I use for editing now is pretty much a computer I use 90% just for work. So I'm basically just trying to get a new work computer. I'm just trying to get people to help contribute to the channel that they fucking watch for free year-round, year after year. I don't think it's that big of a fucking deal. And you know what? Even if I don't reach my goal, I'm still going to buy the computer, and whatever the difference is, I'll just pay for out of pocket. But I'm hoping that I can get enough that my fans just pay for the computer, and then I will fucking pay for some of the other stuff, like the new lights I want to get, the new backdrops I want to get, the new lenses I want to get, the fucking slider system I want to get.
Yeah, there's a bunch
and
of shit that
you
you're
know, also,
investing.
you know, I mean, like, I want a computer so I can make a better product for the people that I'm fucking making videos for, so I can edit videos faster, so that I can start using better programs. You know, After Effects is a very fucking crashy program if you try to run it on a system that's not like totally top of the fucking line. Even then, I heard it's got a lot of crashing, buggy shit.
Well, maybe you even talked about it. They're like, oh, we can afford most of this stuff if we just do it over time. But like this computer thing, it's like, oh, well, how the fuck are we going to afford this? So, like, we just don't have that kind of money to just go drop $4,000 or $3,000 or whatever.
Yeah, just like all at once.
Yeah.
I mean, for him to ask for $3,000 is rather pathetic.
Well, that's your opinion.
I mean, it's not that much money.
Well, it's not that much. Why do you even care?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I guess
he's saying it's
God,
like, it's such a meager amount. Well, if it's such a meager amount, then what does it fucking even matter in the first place?
I mean, it's pathetic. It's like, okay, well, that's your opinion. I mean, what do you want me to say to that?
Let's see what he closes with.
Full-time YouTubers were terrible with money. Because I mean, look at the professional athletes. Most of them are broke, but I just don't get it. Doesn't anybody pay for anything anymore? Doesn't anybody pay for shit themselves? God, I guess I'm the last of a dying breed. I buy my own shit. I don't ask anyone for anything. Yes,
unless you have a great documentary
massive
idea, then you want $50,000, but that's okay because you're going to put out a product later. We know your arbitrary standards. That's wonderful.
The thing is, like, he keeps repeating this same argument over and over again of like, doesn't anyone pay for anything anymore?
What the fuck do you think TJ's only purchase of the
the only thing I've purchased in years is
this computer? It's like,
and also, I mean, like, but the thing is, like I said before, and this is important to emphasize, like, I've participated in crowdfunding on both sides. I've given money to people that I thought were doing something I liked. I've given money to projects, whether they be film projects or charity projects or whatever else. I've given money to people. I've been several. When I was on Patreon as The Amazing Atheist, I was on there I had several people I was giving monthly to.
Well, you still actually do give them money. Like me and you were probably giving over like $1,000 a year to other projects. So it's like,
so I mean, it's like, this is about a community of people that help each other out with projects and fucking resources and shit. It's not just about I'm gonna get my shit for free. It's about participating in a fucking community.
Nah, you just want free shit. I'm the only one that pays for shit anymore.
All right, so we'll move on.
And I like how he held up that cup at the time, like, I paid for this fucking cup.
Congratulations.
By the way, I'm doing crowdfunding. I'm trying to get some new cups for my house.
Anyone that wants to donate.
Anyone wants to donate to my cup fund, please do so.
I will donate 2 hay pennies.
The link is in the description. It's actually not.
5th Avenue North. On yesterday, we had a historical thing to happen in the city of Birmingham. They call it historical, made history and all that kind of stuff. But I'm here this morning to talk about another history. To me, yesterday was one of the most bizarre scenes I ever seen in this city. One of the most comedic scenes I ever witnessed in public. When I witnessed men with size 13, 14 shoes out there kissing each other in the mouth in front of little kids. It was just bizarre. It was like a freak scene going on. That's what I call it. Now, I know about the government and laws being made, but I got a law this morning that came out of Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 31. And it says, shall a man leave his mother and father and join to his wife, and they shall become one. And to have your kids out there yesterday, 6, 7 years old, holding flags, the Bible said, provoke not your children to riot. Proverbs 22 and verse 6, 7. Train up a child in the right way he should go. And when he get old, he wouldn't depart. I'm so delighted and honored that God would have me bold enough to stand here and talk about this issue.
Yes, it was God.
Yeah.
God emboldened this man.
So this guy is some pastor. I think it's in Birmingham, Alabama, right?
Yeah, it's in Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
Why was he so focused on their shoe sizes earlier?
Size 14 shoe.
Size 13, 14 shoe kissing each other. So it's okay if 2 dudes have like size 8 feet. Is it all right for them to make out?
Yeah, only little-footed men.
Little-footed men, it makes sense. Like, well, they're faggots, but their feet are small, so
Gotta let
that's
that
okay.
slide.
But if anyone has like size 12 and over, I would say, shoes, they don't need to be getting involved in that homo shit, you know.
Well, all the preachers was yesterday. You know what I mean? The only time gonna make them come out them doors when they stop them tithes and offering in your church. And you can't have Men's Day no more, and Youth Day, and Women's Day. I bet you're gonna have a sign in your hand with Brother Ed then. You're gonna be standing in front of the White House then. No, y'all gotta leave us alone. You know what I mean? But somebody should have stood up yesterday. Ain't it funny? Everybody got a right but the Christian. So I'm here this morning to talk about my right. Because I got a right too. I can barely say praise the Lord in public now. I might go to jail. I might threaten a lawsuit on the job. You can't have a telephone.
Where?
Give me a break.
What job are you going to lose for saying praise the Lord?
Dude.
Unless you're like, I guess if you're like working for like the Church of Satan,
TJ,
maybe.
Let's go around and in public we'll just be like, praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
And
praise the Lord, everybody.
And see how many people threaten us with arrest or calling the police.
Oh, praise the Lord. Oh, thank you.
That would be so funny to see you walking around saying,
praise the Lord, everybody.
No, I think we should really do that because this guy is claiming right now, I could barely walk around and say that.
Praise the Lord.
Or ACLU or someone going to come up in there and
praise it on video.
The Lord.
Yeah, of course.
Ben, praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord, Ben.
Praise the Lord, Ben.
Praise the Lord.
You say that one more time, calling the police, TJ.
Hey, Scotty.
Calling the police, TJ.
I didn't say that. I said, hey, Scotty.
What's up?
Jesus, man.
Calling the police for you offending me, TJ.
Bad boys, what you want?
Something
Police,
TJ.
We're to have a blessed day. Ain't it sad? Y'all, I got a text this morning gonna share it, which I'm getting on out here. I got a text all the way from Washington, D.C. And I'm gonna go and break the news. In 2 more.
He kind of reminds me of Booker T's commentary.
Hulk Hogan, coming for you, nigga.
Years in 2016, February the 9th, you only be able to marry your partner that you play football with no more. You're going to be able to marry your dog. You're going to be able to marry your cat. You're going to be able to marry your snake. You're going to be able to marry your rat. Your roaches. Some of y'all been with the roaches so long, you might well go and marry the roach. He been around your house so long, you're going to be able to marry your broom, your mop. Ain't we going crazy in this world, y'all?
Hey, Scotty.
Ain't we going crazy? I know Alabama made a lot of money yesterday. I know somebody else made a lot of money too. Duracell ain't got no batteries on the shelf this morning.
This guy is so nuts.
Can you marry a Duracell battery?
Yes.
You could marry a roach. Who could marry a roach?
A roach.
That doesn't even seem.
It's so ridiculous.
Like I'm sorry, but if you try to penetrate a roach, you know that roach is gonna die.
It's the same lame argument we've always heard from them. The minute gay marriage passes, then next thing we know, people be marrying their cats and dogs and animals. It's like
I also get. It's kind of weird when people fucking say like, you know, if we do this now, some hypothetical future generation might come to this other belief that this is okay. It's like, isn't that their business? Like, you know, what future generations may or may not think, which there's no way we could possibly know that. But even if they did, I mean, that's up to them to fucking decide. We're all fucking long dead or too old to matter.
But I mean, it's still a slippery slope argument because he's basically saying this one thing happens, and these other things will surely happen.
But I mean, like the thing is, I mean, I agree with you there. I'm just saying, even if they do, what business is that of his? He's trying to stop some fucking future from happening.
Well, because he has this, you know, Bronze Age morality that he just can't get out of his fucking head. So he's like, oh, well, because I believe in this, and I believe that I'm going to go to hell if I live any other way, I'm justified in stopping other people from doing what they want.
You would like a freak show. All the batteries gone. I tried to find a battery for my radio this morning. Couldn't find them nowhere. I said, what happened? They said, Rev, they bought all the batteries last night. They celebrated some kind of way. Just bought all the batteries. I don't know what they do with the batteries. No, every day. I'm a preacher. I won't go there. You know what I mean? I don't know what they did with all the batteries. Now, Mr. Mayor, don't stop me in the hallway, you and your security team, and tell me I can't come here talking like I talk. Because you got a political job to do, I got a biblical job to do. And I'm going to do mine and you do yours. I'm going to stay in my lane and you stay in yours. I ain't bought by nobody. If I had to die doing what I'm going to do, I'm just fine. Y'all remember Peter and Paul and Silas were thrown in jail? I'm getting out of here, Mr. Officer. Don't you push that button. You remember Paul and Silas were thrown in jail? You remember the 3 Hebrew boys were thrown in the fiery furnace? You remember Daniel was thrown in the lion's den? They just said when he show up, or if he show up, they said we know he going to show up.
Neither were you.
Why we scared today, preachers?
Your time.
Everybody coming out the closet but the saints.
Your time is up.
Your time is up, sir.
Could you be less forceful with that? Like, he's some crazy random citizen. You're actually a fucking government official, And yet he's the one who's there like, I'm going to tell you this and that. And you're just like, your time is up, sir.
Time is up.
Hey, sir, your time is up.
Your time is up.
Your time's up, buddy.
We gonna come out the closet. And all the gay people ain't show up down there yesterday. We got some down low people that didn't show up. Some of them down here.
Okay, do you know why he's not going to speak out against that guy? Because who do you think his constituents listen to?
I would hope his constituents listen to him more than some crazy guy that's just like, blah, 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 blah.
I think you have it backwards.
Depends on what his district is.
In Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham has some pretty liberal areas.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, parts of Birmingham are liberal, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say the black guy probably is not from one of those areas.
Mm-hmm.
Check out this crazy thing that these people sleep in.
No. Sleep inside a Faraday cage. Why? What is the purpose? What does it
Protect
do?
his electronics.
Wait till they explain it. It is fucking crazy.
Hi, I'm Bonnie.
And I'm John, and together we run AwakenVideo.org.
Together we are Johnny.
And for several years now, Bonnie and I have been doing the best that we can to alert everybody out there to the various dangers that are happening across this entire globe.
Oh.
From radio frequency dangers such as HARP.
HARP.
And Gwen towers and cell phone towers, to chemtrails,
Oh,
television
God.
mind control, vaccinations, GMO food, aspartame.
Oh, my God.
The list is very long.
Aspartame.
Aspartame?
Yeah, aspartame.
He's an expert on it, and he's been talking about it for years, but he says aspartame.
Yep.
So basically, these are the people who have taken to the extreme, like all chemicals and radio waves and microwaves, so everything is bad.
Dude, it's gotta be all natural fibers, man.
The cosmic radiation I experience is bad for me. I'm just going to sit here and not exist in reality.
Yeah, so they sleep in this crazy cage.
Of poisons that are out there being used to dumb down humanity.
Oh.
And we have done the very best job that we can to heal ourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually from these various poisons, and then of course let all of you know exactly how we've done that.
And buy our ebook.
One thing that we've done several years ago was to build a Faraday cage to sleep inside of, so that we could sleep inside of a radio frequency free zone.
Right, and we've actually seen health improvements because of this, and even
What kind of health improvements?
So
Clarity
what
of
we
thought
would
is not
like
a
to
health.
do
It's not
now
necessarily a health.
They just
improvement.
generally feel better in a
That's a-
vague way.
Well, that's a mental health improvement.
We feel like better now.
It's a placebo effect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's more than likely psychosomatic. Like, no, well, we're protected now, so we feel better.
Yeah, before you go to bed at night, you need to spread jelly on your testicles. That keeps them safe from harmful radio waves that will shrivel them up and kill your sperm.
No, I didn't know.
Only strawberry jelly though. Grape jelly doesn't work.
Faraday cage in our other bedroom, and we've got some pretty good innovative ideas, and we want to use enhanced materials, and we'd also like to show everybody how to build their own Faraday cage around their bed so they can enjoy a radio frequency
Finally.
zone at night.
And what we plan to do with this project is to have cameras installed in the room so that
So
every
people can
inch
watch
of
us
our build
fuck.
can be recorded, so that people can watch that themselves. We will also release all of the building materials that we used and all of the plans that we used to build this second and even better Faraday cage. And so the rest of this film is going to have some demonstrations of
This is a film?
testing that we did for you, so that you could see the benefits of even this first Faraday cage that we've been sleeping in. And we really hope
Okay, well,
to
the
get
problem
funded
is,
for this, because it's
if
our
you're not
goal
established that your
to
premise
build-
is true with any sort of evidence. You're saying that we've seen benefits, but benefits from what?
Yeah, they're going to explain that, Scotty. You need to understand how the Faraday cage works.
Okay.
It stops radio waves dead in their fucking tracks.
Well, people use them
Scotty.
to protect electronics.
build this second Faraday cage
Well-
and show everybody else how
Not-
easy
not
it
them,
is to
obviously.
do, and what great benefits and health that everybody can have from doing this.
Yes, so thank you for your support and your interest of our project, and many blessings to everyone.
Many blessings. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hi, we're going to show you how the Faraday cage blocks out radio waves. And we're going to start with this radio. So I'll just turn it on.
I don't want to play too much of this song that's on the radio, but yeah, apparently they put it in there and the radio waves can't get through. Whatever.
Impressive. That's very impressive.
Oh yeah, they probably do it with a cell phone too.
No service. Great. Now, go ahead and open the door again.
Okay.
Now, right away we can see 3 bars of service. Okay, close the door again.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, the bars are not
We've
indicative
still got
of how
about
strong the
3
signal
bars.
is.
Yeah.
That's just, these people are stupid.
Frequencies that you want blocked out. And again, our new project that we're going to do for the Faraday cage is going to use different design. The doors are going to be much smaller. The lid will still be removable, but the overall height of the bed is going to be, or the height of the Faraday cage, I should say, is going to be much better to be able to sit up in bed a little bit higher without having to remove it.
So, what's your assessment of these people? Like,
cuckoo. Yeah,
They-
there's no plausible reason to believe it.
Yeah, there's no reason to do this. I mean,
and all the claims they've made about everything, it just seems like they're just like, well, it's bad, and we all agree on it being bad. So here's how you protect yourself.
it makes as much sense as the people who wrap their heads in tinfoil or who, you know.
You need garlic to prevent vampire infestation.
Yeah, or who fucking go to like acupuncturists or reflexologists or shit like that. You know, it's just like they've bought into some really stupid bullshit with no evidence, and now they just believe it whole cloth.
You know what? At least with reflexology, you get a foot massage, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so at least you get something from that. This just fucking eats up all your money because you're like, I need to have everything chemical free and radio wave free. And
yeah,
microwave
radio
free.
wave free. Radio waves are everywhere.
Exactly.
What about the sun's
I mean,
radiation
like when
too? I mean,
when we first started using radios, I mean, wouldn't we have noticed horrible adverse health effects?
oh, we did. You know, that's why there's so much autism.
But you know what they get around with
radio
this
waves.
shit like the sun and things like that.
And
Well, that's
vaccines.
natural, is what they'll say. Well, because these people are all most times people like this are all into natural shit.
Nature is bullshit.
Well, but they just believe that it's pure. That, like it's basically a purity
I
thing.
could-
Well, it comes from nature, so it's pure. Like, you know, these are naturally occurring plants, so they're good to eat because they're good for you.
Okay, most plants human beings cannot eat. Like most shit is like poisonous. If I go out there in the woods and pick some berries and give them to these people, I'll be like, "Here you go, they're natural. Eat them," and then they fucking die.
Yeah. They were natural.
They were naturally occurring.
Just because something is natural does not mean it's friendly and loves you.
No.
Of course not. That's just ridiculous.
So we'll move on. Next video we have is the Beast.
Oh,
the
fuck.
Beast.
Oh, the Beast changed his hair. Looks
Hello.
good, Beast.
Joe here with another video,
Awesome.
and I just want to say that
Dat.
for today's topic,
I gotta take a sip of my soda. It's like he's got a 2-liter. The Beast gets thirsty easy.
I think of the fact that I like attractive girls.
Ah,
I'm not ashamed.
a unique position to hold.
I like attractive girls,
Me too.
but unfortunately, it seems that I'll never get one as a girlfriend.
What? Do these people know about the Beast? Do these women know who they're talking to?
Well, what I think is gonna, what I bet happens with the Beast is he's such an overwhelming like sexual dynamo. They're afraid they're just
so
gonna get ripped
intimidated.
apart if they even let him in their pants at all.
So, like, they're intimidated by his manliness.
Yeah, you know, And you know, it's obvious looking at the Beast that whatever the world record is for largest penis, he holds it. So I think that they're scared of being,
because the Beast is also benevolent. He knows he would knock the top guy off easily. He's like, no, I'll let him have that record. You know.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't brag about it. But you know, but I mean, I think girls are just afraid that they'll be like split in two if they even get with the Beast.
Well, you know, that's an understandable concern.
This world's not fair.
You're right.
This is not fair to people like me. I always wanted an attractive girlfriend all my life.
If only there was an attractive girl factory, you could just go to it and buy one.
I've looked at attractive girls.
See, he's even looked at them.
Sydney, Nova Scotia, Canada. Like, yes, that's where I live.
Man. Yeah, the Beast is Canadian also.
Really?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said somewhere in Nova Scotia.
You know,
another fucking evil Canadian.
I don't think he's evil. I think he's just...
He's another evil
listen,
Canadian.
Attractive girls out there. Attractive girls. Why don't you want to date the Beast? The fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. Canadian girls, what's wrong with you?
Look at the
Beast.
Beast.
The Beast. The Beast.
Well, I don't know who the fuck you Canadian girls are dating. Well, I know who one of them's dating, but you know, they need to get with the Beast, including the one I'm thinking of, Scotty.
Yeah, I think not. I think not.
That's
TJ.
funny.
You need to tell Monica that she needs to get with the Beast and stop fucking around with you.
Well, yeah, you know, I have to admit that I am more attractive than the Beast.
No, that's a common misconception.
Common misconception.
No,
okay, but like, if we're gonna be serious for a moment here, I think it's really funny that the Beast is sitting like, why won't it's so unfair that an attractive girl won't date me.
It's not unfair. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, like,
and I mean, when we mean it's the way it is, it's like because you're not probably. I mean, physical attraction is subjective, but I mean, by mainstream standards, you're not attractive.
Right.
Let's put it like that.
And the fucking thing is, like, he's like, oh, it's unfair that an attractive girl won't slum it to sleep with me, but I mean, but he's the one who has this standard of like, I want this ridiculously attractive girl, so
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, it doesn't. It's like he wants them to do something he's not willing to do.
The Beast like strolls into the Victoria's Secret fashion show, and
like,
they're just like all over him, like,
the Beast.
Yeah.
Finally, the Beast. Oh my God, yeah. Little fat kids are the fucking manliest man.
Isn't he like 25 or something? Actually,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. He's not.
I'm 30, so I can call him a kid.
You know what? I mean,
Hey,
he looks
Sonny.
childish. I mean, I don't even mean it like as an insult, but he does look young. Like he looks like he's like 15.
He looks 15 and has the brain of a 10-year-old. The Beast.
I looked all around the pier,
Yeah.
but no really good girls are around here.
Yeah.
All these girls want are assholes. And therefore,
Sounds like.
Therefore,
I give up on finding a relationship.
Women only want assholes, and when women choose assholes, we need to hold them fucking accountable.
Accountable.
So the Beast is gonna become gay. He's like, you know what? I've tried with these attractive women. They just don't notice me. They don't want me. Might as well try being gay. That's the next thing for the Beast. What do you guys think? Do you have any more luck?
I think the Beast could probably, if he was willing to do certain things to degrade himself,
Then maybe.
then yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
She's like, I know of some communities where the Beast would thrive.
Nobody's helping me find a relationship.
What do you mean? You want your mommy to help you?
No one's helping you. What is the relationship fairy
TJ,
supposed
you
to
know
appear
what?
on your fucking
So-
doorstep?
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna call my mom up next time if I'm ever single again and be like, Mom, not finding a relationship fast enough. Can you just get on that for me?
Help me out.
Just get some possible candidates.
Can you
send them on over.
arrange a marriage for me?
Yeah, there you
Mom?
go.
Why isn't the entire universe helping me get laid? It's not fair. Why is
Any
the
of you
world so
girls around
cruel?
the pier, or Sydney, Nova Scotia at least, that are attractive, that will actually go out with me, please message me.
I thought you gave up.
If you don't, message me, tell me that you want to go out with me. No fakes, please. No fakes.
Oh, this
Just
guy got
real
trolled relentlessly, I'm
girls
sure.
that are
Real
attractive.
girls. Not fake girls, real ones.
That are
Message me,
They're attractive.
Joseph Strickland on Facebook, and if I don't get an attractive girlfriend like you, then I give up.
Wow.
Joe, signing out.
Tapping out. Is he giving up on having any relationship, or is he giving up? Like, if you can't get an attractive
shit,
girlfriend, shouldn't you just lower your standards?
You know
until-
what? If he's on Facebook and he just said his name, a bunch of our fans are going to look him up.
Wasn't it Joe Strickland or
Yeah.
something?
People already know.
Oh, they already
Yeah.
know. Okay, so
the beast.
No one accuse us of trolling this guy or contacting him because we're telling you right now not to do so.
I think his
but if you
YouTube
want
channel
to,
hasn't been active in like years.
Okay,
so I don't
it hasn't
think
been
Yeah,
active.
these are just like floating around out
Okay,
there.
good. Because I just don't want people to accuse us of like cyberbullying
Right.
this guy or something.
Fuck it. What are you talking about? We love the beast.
Yeah.
Fucking sucks.
Okay, some of our fans might not love
Bill
the Beast.
O'Reilly doesn't love the beast. Who the fuck doesn't love the beast? Everyone loves the beast, except apparently for attractive girls. But
Well, they're missing out.
Suck it. Like I said, I think they're just intimidated by his.
This is an old
greatness.
video.
Yeah.
He probably has 5 attractive girlfriends by now. He's probably in a polygamous relationship.
He's got a harem.
Yeah, he's a harem. Well, shit, man. He's even he did one further than that even.
Yeah.
Next
Oh, Mormon
video,
Harmon.
disproving evolution in 10 easy steps.
Awesome.
Cool.
Finally.
What's up, everybody? This video is going to be about
Oh, God.
evolution. Because as you know, if anybody's watched my testimony that I uploaded a few months ago, you will know that I was an atheist. I did believe
Do you know who this guy is?
No.
Oh, okay.
that life
Why?
was the
Should I?
product of evolution
No,
and
no.
the Big Bang. I did believe that there was no God. You know? I
Okay.
learned about evolution in school. This was a belief that I defended. This was a belief that I held dear to. This was a belief that I tried to back up with what I thought seemed to be evidence. But after I came to the cross and gave God a chance to prove himself to be real, and he ripped the scales off my eyes, man, I saw right through evolution. I mean,
Good.
the evidence backing up
Okay.
evolution and what seems to be the theories that, give us some understanding of how life came to be, it's about as thick as a Kleenex.
Okay.
You know?
The evidence is about as thick as a Kleenex. Well, one, you're completely wrong. There is so many scientific studies and so much literature on the subject of biology and evolution. You couldn't possibly read it if you took a month. You probably couldn't read it all.
Oh, he probably couldn't read it in his lifetime if you all can count all the scientific papers. and
Oh yeah,
shit.
I'm saying every scientific paper, yeah. But I mean, like, I'm just saying if you tried to read like everything from like Darwin on, you know what I mean? And he did nothing but that. He wouldn't even come close.
It's all smoke and mirrors, man. And once God rips the scales off your eyes and you start
It's
to see
not
things
smoke and mirrors.
through his perspective, through a
pretty
biblical
ridiculous.
perspective, you'll see just how stupid evolution is.
Yeah, from a
there's a
biblical
reason why it's called
perspective.
the theory of evolution. It's never been proven, and it never will be
Oh
proven.
God, are you gonna
And
do
as
that?
a matter of fact, since
Why are you doing the theory thing?
Oh.
Why are you doing?
It's just a theory.
So he started this video claiming that he understood evolution, and now he's already started with this like, oh, it's just a theory. Why do you think they call it a fucking theory? It's like, okay, here's yet another fucking creationist Christian retard who doesn't understand what the word theory means.
Yeah.
The word you're looking for is hypothesis. If it was the hypothesis of evolution, then you could say it's just a hypothesis, and that would make sense.
Right.
But it's not. It's a theory. A theory. I mean, gravity is a fucking theory, for fuck's sake. You know. I mean, this is the evolution is a fact. It has been demonstrated. Even if something came along that superseded evolution, evolution would still be a part of our understanding, just like Newtonian gravity is still a part of our understanding, even though, we've discovered like the quantum realm and shit.
It's the stupid people that go, oh, it's just a theory, it's not a law, and it's like, oh, you're so dumb.
Yeah, it's like you
Just
don't
be
understand what
quiet.
these terms mean. Like a theory is an explanation, a cogent explanation for all of the observable evidence, for like mountains of observable evidence.
Right now in God's about
nothing in science, quote unquote, outranks a theory.
to bring his swift hand of justice down upon this disgusting planet.
Well, how do you know?
Atheism isn't going to even be around much longer. I mean, I don't even have to make this video, but I'm going to do it for the heck of it.
What?
Because atheism isn't going to be around much longer, guys. I can promise you that much. With God as my witness, atheism is not going to be around much longer.
Why not?
How do you know?
But You know, if any atheists want to debate me, feel free, because I'm a big science buff. I know what I'm talking about. And most Christians, when they debate with atheists, the Christians appear to be wrong and appear to be, you know, the idiots in the conversation because they don't know science. They don't have the knowledge of science to back up anything that they say.
Okay.
And, you know, anybody that really knows science will know that Bible backs up science 100%, and science backs up the Bible 100%.
Okay, so one question then. If that's true, then why are the majority of scientists atheists and non-believers? That'd be my only question. Like, so are you saying that the majority of scientists do not understand science?
The Bible says that people will deny the existence of God, TJ.
The fool has said in his heart there is no God.
The Bible predicted that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah.
So in the Bible, it says that people won't believe the Bible.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, well, in that case, it's all just part of the prophecy then, isn't it? Okay.
You know, it's all in God's hands.
Limp Bizkit style!
If any atheist wants to debate me, feel free to message me and we'll talk, but only if you're going to be sincere. Only if you're going to be, you know, legitimately seeking the truth. Not if you're just going to message me to tell me I'm an idiot because I believe in this and, you know, all this other nonsense. So if you're going to do that, don't even bother. You're going to waste your time and I'm just going to block you. So
if I was legitimately seeking the truth, why would I seek it from a fucking theist?
You know, actually, before I even say this, before I even read this list that I have here to you.
God, you're taking forever. Come on.
I'll tell you right now, the easiest way to disprove evolution.
Read the list.
Read the list.
Okay.
Just pray.
Wait a minute,
Don't
hold
pray to
on.
any specific God.
Even if you disprove evolution, you wouldn't disprove atheism. Like, it's perfectly possible for evolution to be false somehow, and for atheism still to be true.
Yeah.
A lot of these people view it as like one and the same.
It's not.
He's a science buff, guys. He understands it better than we do, so...
Atheism,
it's our layman's
evolution,
understanding of science.
The Big Bang, they're all the same thing.
I mean, like, I don't want to judge people based on appearance, but just looking at him, does he really look like a guy who understands much about science?
He looks like a fucking scientist to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
He might as well be
Regular
wearing
Carl
a lab,
Sagan up
a
in this
lab
bitch.
coat.
To the God of the Bible, don't pray to Allah, don't pray to Buddha, don't pray to anybody. Just pray out loud and say, God, I don't know which one you are, I don't know what God you are, I don't know what your name is. There seems to be hundreds of different gods for us to choose from. There seems to be 100 different paths to heaven. Which one's the real one? I want to know. I want to know who the real God is. So if you're there and you do exist and you're real, you know, talk to me. That's how I know evolution is a lie, because that's what I did, and God proved to me it was real, and it was the God of the Bible that
How
came
did
to
they
me.
prove it?
Okay.
You know, it
Hold
wasn't.
on. Let's do it. Okay.
I need to lead us in prayer, TJ.
This is all of the drunken peasants. Ben, clasp your hands.
Right.
We're praying now. We're praying.
Right.
Okay, God, I don't know which God I'm talking to, or if there is a God. I mean, it seems like there's hundreds of gods, but if you would just do us the small favor of guiding us towards the truth of your existence, whichever God you are, doesn't matter, we'll worship you. If you're even some like weird fucking mountain god that demands that we sacrifice 10 goats to you a year,
10 goats.
We'll do that shit. If we gotta throw virgins in volcanoes, if we gotta bring you 100 fucking foreskins in a fucking burlap sack, whatever we gotta do, God, we're willing to do it. Just reveal yourself to us. Come on, God, we're waiting.
Still waiting. Any minute now.
Is he here?
Any minute now.
I don't know if you get good prayer reception in this room, Ben. It
No,
doesn't
no.
seem to be working.
I think Ben put a Faraday cage in this room.
Yeah, I put it
Fucking
over.
Oh, okay. So it's like in the
It's in the
it's
walls.
in the walls.
Yes.
And the prayers can't get through.
Right.
Oh well, you should have mentioned that before. I wouldn't have bothered. But we'll try it again later tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight, before I go to bed, I'm gonna pray to God
Good.
for Him to reveal Himself to me, and I'll wait all night and see if He shows up or not.
It wasn't anybody else but the God of the Bible. And he's the one that's been answering my prayers this entire time. He's the only one that answers my prayers, nobody else. So that's how I know evolution's a lie. That's how I came to know it was a lie.
Okay.
But even besides that, many atheists don't want to take that first step, and that's why they don't know.
Okay.
They respond to me
Take that
saying,
step.
why would I pray to a God I don't believe in? You don't believe in Him because you never prayed to Him. He's not going to prove Himself to you. You know, you have to go seek Him. He's not going to just show up at your doorstep.
Wait.
He knocks on our heart, and we have to let Him in.
You just told me that all I have to do is make your prayer, and I did, and He didn't come, and you said He would.
Yeah.
But now you're saying
Well,
He's
look
not
at
going
him.
to prove Himself to me. Like, He has to seek me out. Well, how the fuck is that under my control? If He has to seek me out and fucking open my heart, then That's on him. Like, I'm waiting for his ass to do that. I'm just sitting here. Until then, I'm just going on based on the evidence.
He's not going to, Yahushua, Jesus, is a gentleman. He's not going to break the door down. He's going to wait for us to invite him in. He stands there and he knocks.
I just invited him. Jesus, God, anybody. If you are the ruler of this universe, demonstrate yourself to me. Show me the light. Show me the truth. Show me the way. Fill me with your love. Fill me with your fucking whatever.
Yep, come on.
Just do it.
With
your whatever.
Fill you with his whatever.
With his whatever, Ben.
Whatever.
Yeah, he's gonna fill.
This is
you
a
up.
solemn religious moment, Ben, so don't mock it. Come on, God. Come on. Come on my face, God.
Step. So hopefully, when I read you this list and you start to see how stupid evolution is, you'll take that first step.
We're going to see how stupid something is.
Even off the list, you'll know that God's real. So
okay.
I hope this list will
read the fucking list.
Number 1.
Okay, finally.
The complexity of living systems can never evolve by chance.
Oh.
They had to be designed or created. A system that is irreducibly
I thought you said you
complex is one
understood
in which
science. I thought you said you understood science. Why are you fucking trotting out these ridiculous arguments that have been discredited a million times over? You're retreading the same creationist arguments we've heard a million times from a million witless morons, and you're acting like you have some sort of knowledge of science, irreducible complexity. I mean, like, that's one of the oldest arguments against evolution that has ever been made. Why would you assume that just because something is complex, that it has to be created? Demonstrate that is a law of existence somehow.
Hey, TJ. Got
Yes.
a question for you, buddy.
Sure, buddy.
How'd you get to this show? How'd you get to Ben's house?
I drove in a car to Ben's house.
Okay, TJ, so you see a car, see how complex it is? Mm-hmm. See how amazing it is? It's amazing, isn't it?
Yep.
How was it?
It's amazing.
And it was created, wasn't it?
Yes,
it was designed.
It was
and
designed.
it was designed.
Yep, that's
at some
true.
point.
It was.
Someone drew it up and designed it.
Yep.
Look how amazing people are, complex people are, TJ.
Okay.
Don't you think someone designed those people? Were they created?
Look how simple.
Oh, was it random chance?
Let me ask you a question.
Random chance, TJ.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Wouldn't you say there's a lot of very simple things that human beings have invented as well? Like, the spear or the hammer, things like that?
I think they're really complex, TJ.
They're not complex.
They're extremely complex, TJ.
They're not.
Complex.
We have created simple things and we have created complex things, just like the universe has created simple things and complex things.
Well, TJ, you know what? I just want to point out that God works in mysterious ways.
all the components work together and are essential to perform the system's basic function.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
A mousetrap, for example. It's not possible to build such a system gradually, one component at a time.
What are you?
Since it cannot.
That's exactly what the theory of evolution explains. Is how that happens. You're basically trying to discredit evolution by saying evolution doesn't happen because the process that evolution explains couldn't be possible. That's basically just an argument from incredulity. Like, oh, gravity couldn't happen because when you fucking let a balloon go, it rises. So fuck it. Yeah.
Function unless all components are present. Many living systems exhibit such irreducibly complexity.
No, they don't.
For example, vision or blood clotting.
No.
When you look at a watch, you assume there was a watchmaker. A watch is too complex to just happen by itself. Yet, living systems are vastly more complex than a watch.
We don't know that a watch is. We don't know that a watch is man-made because it's complex. We know that a watch is man-made because we know that a watch is man-made. And even if you hadn't seen a watch before, you would still be able to recognize this looks like something that was created by my fellow human beings. In fact, I would bet, though, that if you fucking took a watch and threw it at a fucking primitive human being from, 80,000 years ago, they might think that it was forged by a god because they'd never seen anything like that before. But now we have a greater understanding, and we know that it was actually made by people. And what you're saying is you're looking at the universe and saying, look at how complex it is. It must have been created by God. But actually, if you actually had the understanding of science that you claim to, you would know that we already have a better explanation than God.
Consider this fact one of the most serious challenges to his theory of evolution.
It's not a serious
challenge. The magnitude
challenge.
of this challenge has increased exponentially since Darwin's time, as the details of living systems have been uncovered down to and below the level of a cell.
No.
The incredible machinery of life exists in networks so complex and interdependent that they could never have arisen gradually or through random chance.
Yes,
they simply
did.
had to be designed and created.
No.
Bar none.
Yep.
Where's your evidence
two.
for that? Where's the
Designed
evidence?
and created. TJ.
Where's even a shred of evidence for what you just said?
The Bible? The Bible describes it, TJ.
All right, we're on to number 2. 2 of 10. I don't think we're getting through all 10.
No, let's do one more.
One more.
I'm sure we've heard them all before anyway.
We have. They're old
The
chestnuts.
higher information content of DNA could have only come from intelligence.
This is the same
According
argument.
to information science, information can only be produced
Oh my
by
God, this is
intelligence.
exactly the
Highly
same
complex
argument.
information must originate from a highly intelligent source.
Let's go. It's the same. It's exactly the same argument as his first point.
Yeah, let's skip further and see if he makes any other more interesting points. But besides that, I don't think so.
Scotty, you actually want to look forward and see if there's anything else to this?
Yeah, I'm always interested to hear
All
more
right.
crazy theistic arguments.
We'll go a little forward since he's making the complexity argument.
Yeah, over and
yet
over.
again.
He believed that they would be found in fossil records. Guess what? They've never been found, and they never will be.
What hasn't?
Number 6.
Okay, well, whatever.
Pictures of ape-to-human missing links are extremely subjective and based on evolutionists' already formed assumptions. Often they are simply contrived. The series of pictures or models that show progressive development from a little monkey to a modern man are an insult to scientific research. These are often based on fragmentary remains that can be reconstructed 100 different ways.
Wow, it's
Many
the same
supposed
argument
ape
as the
men are very
dinosaur
clearly-
bitch. It's the same argument as the dinosaur chick.
Well,
She fucking poured out a bunch of rocks and said, look, you could make anything with this. It's like Legos, damn it. The problem is that, first of all, you don't understand paleontology even a little bit, so don't pretend that you do. Second of all, the paleontology isn't the only evidence. We can actually look at our closest relatives like the chimp and the bonobo, and we can actually see our shared history. We can see it in the retroviral DNA that affected both of our lineages up to a point, but then stopped affecting both of the lineages at the point where the two species split off from a fucking previous ancestor. So, and there's genetic evidence for evolution. There's archaeological, paleontology fucking evidence for evolution. There's biological evidence for evolution. There's so many different branches of science that corroborate this theory. There's, I mean, the modern understanding of biology, and even things like psychology, modern day psychology and neuroscience, and so many so much of the understanding that we have of any biological system is predicated upon evolution happened.
Well,
And if it didn't happen, then we would be making all of these false assumptions that would lead to technologies and advances that shouldn't actually work. And not to mention the fact that we fucking have seen evolution.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. I was like, look at the pan-resistant the bacteria that we're seeing now that no antibiotics will work against. Why is that? Why did it work at one point and now it doesn't work?
Because the organism has changed. And
It's adapted.
It's like these evolutionists like G-Man, and I'm sure probably this guy too, will say, oh, well, incremental small change is possible on a small time scale, but there's no way that massive changes could happen on a much larger time scale. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. That's like saying a car can move, 60 miles in an hour, but it can't fucking move 120 miles in 2 hours. It doesn't make any sense. It's just gibberish. It's like, oh well, it can do a smaller task in a small amount of time, but it can't do a large task in a large amount of time. It's like, if it's capable of change, then it's capable of major change.
Oh yeah, look, you're talking about like 50 or 60 years. The bacteria, have gone through how many life cycles? Who even knows? You know what I mean?
Probably a scientist somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure, but I'm saying like,
but not us and not this guy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, like it's not like bacteria live the same lifespans as a human does. They evolve and change very quickly. So I mean, his argument just doesn't hold any water, and none of these arguments do hold any water. It's like, well, it happens in the short term, but it doesn't happen in the long term. But just like you said, I mean, it's fundamentally flawed logic.
Well, I think we can move on from here.
He's got nothing else.
Before we move on, if you're enjoying the show so far, feel free to give the video the thumbs up right now. Also, if you want to become a patron and catch the exclusive show for patrons, that's going to happen probably in a few weeks here.
Oh, yeah. TJ said he's going to reveal some of his weird Asian
Well, not
food.
just me, us.
Oh, us. Okay, but I think it was usually us. Weird Asian food stories, like going to Asian restaurants and weird things.
Well, it's not really the food necessarily, but like strange things have happened to us in Asian restaurants. There's a lot of eventful things have happened in Chinese and Japanese and Thai restaurants.
Even Vietnamese, even, yeah.
Not like super crazy shit, but just like
some of it was pretty out there, though.
A surprising number of things that actually are worth telling other people about.
It's only a $5 monthly donation to catch the show each month. We leave it up for at least a week for everyone to watch it, for those of you who can't catch it live. So you'll definitely be able to see it. And anything else we want to talk about before we move on? No. All right. So I guess they were looking into filing federal civil rights charges against George Zimmerman, but apparently they're not going to do it.
So shocking.
The Justice Department has just announced there will not be federal civil rights charges against George Zimmerman. Now, Zimmerman is the former neighborhood watchman in Florida who was acquitted in the shooting death 3 years ago this week, in fact, of 17-year-old Trayvon Martin. Martin was not armed when he was killed. This case setting off massive protests across the country. Our justice correspondent, Pamela Brown, is joining us from Washington now. Pam, what have we learned?
Well, as you point out, the Justice Department just released this statement on saying that it's declining to bring civil rights charges against George Zimmerman for the killing of Trayvon Martin. So essentially,
what do you mean civil rights?
Yeah,
charges?
I don't know.
I don't really know what that means. I've never heard of that
I thought
before.
he was already on trial. I thought he probably should have gotten punished.
And at this point, isn't that like?
Yeah.
I guess it would. I guess it must not be double jeopardy if they were even talking about doing it. But
I don't think they were charging him with murder, though.
But what does I mean? What do you mean? What is civil rights charges? I mean, I don't even know what that is. Is it like?
I don't know. Maybe they meant like a hate crime or something.
Okay. But it's still the same crime. I don't get it. But I guess they decided not to at any rate.
Well, double jeopardy would be like if you murdered someone, were acquitted, and then you were tried again for the same murder.
Right.
Not if I say, okay, well, you also stole during the murder.
But I mean, I don't understand. It's still the same crime, though. Like, they're saying, oh, for the murder of Trayvon Martin, we're going to bring civil rights charges against him. I guess, I mean, it must be a different crime, but apparently they don't even feel there's enough evidence to bring the charges anyway, so.
1.5 years after the jury acquitted George Zimmerman of second-degree murder, federal prosecutors have found there is not sufficient evidence to prove Zimmerman intentionally violated Martin's civil rights. In other words, that he targeted him because
he violated his civil rights by shooting him and killing him. Oops.
Sorry.
It's a rather mild civil rights violation. It's
Ben,
not.
what are you talking about? He stood his ground by going and following someone else.
Because of his race. And Attorney General Eric Holder said in the statement that was just released here, through a comprehensive investigation, it found that the high standard for a federal hate crime prosecution cannot be met under the circumstances here. This young man's premature death necessitates that we continue the dialogue and be unafraid of confronting the issues and tensions his passing brought to the surface. So notice there
What a bunch
on
of nothing. It's just like a big, fluffy statement
It's
of
basically, we can't charge him, and we're sorry, and don't get pissed off.
that they did not find sufficient evidence with the high bar for civil rights violations. This is really the culmination of a lengthy civil rights investigation on it that's taken place over the last 3 years since Zimmerman shot and killed Martin after that confrontation in 2012. And as you pointed out, this was a case that sparked a lot of controversy and national debate about race.
I don't remember that at all.
No.
Huh?
Never happened.
Anna.
And since then, he's gotten in trouble a few times.
Yeah, he has.
Gun involved.
He's had a bunch of violence and gun involved arrests and close calls to arrests. Zimmerman has, obviously. Trayvon's dead.
Right.
Yeah.
But I the most interesting thing about the Trayvon Martin case to me is that rednecks in the South were buying like Trayvon Martin targets so they could like shoot him themselves on like the shooting range.
That's disgusting.
And so that's pretty much the mentality. And then these are the same people who, if that you ask them like, "Are you racist?" They're like, "No, I'm not a racist." It's like, okay, but you're basically like mocking an unarmed teenager who was shot to death and his family by buying
unarmed.
He had Skittles and iced tea.
Yeah,
He had Skittles and iced tea. Dangerous weapons.
Skittles could easily be used to kill someone.
Yeah, I mean, he could have poured him down
someone's throat.
Zimmerman's mouth and choked him.
Yeah, that's true. I never thought about that.
Sort of the first case. After that, we have Ferguson, then we have Eric Gardner case, and we know that the Department of Justice is also conducting civil rights investigations in both of those. We also know that the Department of Justice, Eric Holder, is saying he wants to wrap up all these investigations before he leaves office. Any more details?
Well, he's wearing a hoodie
there,
there, so obviously he's a criminal.
Right.
Definitely the other ones.
So how could you prove a hate crime? I guess they'd have to be like burning crosses in their front yard.
Yeah. It probably was never going to go anywhere because, I mean, he definitely killed him, but there was no proof. I don't think there's enough proof that he was just purely motivated by, like, I want to kill Trayvon Martin because he's black or something.
Yeah. I mean,
obviously, that's what led him to be suspicious of him. But
like maybe he had like a swastika tattooed to his chest.
Yeah,
or
something like that. Yeah, but he doesn't have anything like that.
Well, we know, as we've reported on in the civil rights investigation and with Ferguson, that it's unlikely that the Department of Justice will bring civil rights charges against Darren Wilson, the officer who shot and killed Brown. There's also that other ongoing investigation into the Ferguson Police Department, and my colleague Evan Perez reported last week that the Justice Department could sue the police department unless they make certain changes. So we are awaiting to find out the results of those cases, of course. And as you point out, Eric Holder will be leaving soon, sometime in the spring, and we expect to find out those findings once he leaves office. So before then.
Okay.
That was kind of... So before then, when he leaves office.
Right.
In spring. It's like, okay.
All right.
We get it.
It's good. I don't know. It didn't seem like it took that long to just say, like, remember George Zimmerman? Well, he's not getting charged with this crime that we thought he might get charged with.
Right.
Let's move on to the next story.
And I guess
now.
I'm guessing the difference is that he was charged by the state of Florida for all of those other crimes, and this was like a federal charge, so that's why Eric Holder was.
Well, the state would have jurisdiction unless he killed him on federal land or something.
All right. Well,
killed him in Area 51.
This next one is Fox guest says Obama's comments about Christians were verbal rape.
Oh, God.
Verbal rape.
Yeah, verbal rape.
Verbal rape.
Whether you agree or disagree, and the Catholic Church, of which I'm a Catholic, has even apologized for it. But it was a defensive war after Muslim armies conquered France and Italy and Spain and even Rome, Constantinople, and everything in between, Geraldo. So they had taken over these Christian sites. There is context and texture to the Crusades.
But Ben, let me put it in context then, because I was in that room, and it was frankly verbal rape. Because oh, yeah.
Really?
We were not expecting it.
It was frankly verbal rape. It was verbal rape.
So next time a Christian starts talking about God or something like that, I'm going to go, I'm sorry, this is verbal rape.
Yeah, this is I feel like you're verbally raping me right now.
Yeah, please stop. Please stop.
Ben, that laugh was verbally raping me. Don't laugh like that ever again, Ben.
Oh, God!
Oh, my ass!
TJ, call the police. Ben needs to go to prison for the rest of his life.
Nobody wanted it.
Yikes.
It was horrible to sit through.
We live in a verbal rape culture.
We all felt like crap. Because let me tell you why we were all there.
That's a harsh term. That's harsh.
Verbal rape is what it was, because he pulled the air out of the room. There were 4,000 people there.
He pulled the air out of the room?
The question on the table.
That's like something.
Well, you wouldn't be able to breathe.
That's like something a James Bond villain does. Like, Mr. Bond, I will leave you in this room and slowly pull the air out of it.
No. This is verbal rape.
Yep.
So Obama, okay, to put this in context, all Obama said was, Christians have done some messed up shit too. It's all it boils down to is like, hey guys, remember like the Crusades and like Salem and shit? We done.
And Sean Hannity is trying to defend the Crusades. Like Constantinople, it's like the Crusades began long before Constantinople fell. Like,
I mean, like, look,
no one's saying that Muslims were perfect and
there
Christians
was antagonism
yeah.
between these two geographic regions and their
Sure.
respective religions and this politics and whatever else.
I mean, it continues to this day.
Sure. You know, you can't really say for certain like this side started it or this side was only defending itself. Like there's no case to be made like that, really. This is a case of like mutual, we're enemies, we're going to fight because our values are different and we want what you got and you want what we got and all that. And that's all it is. And there's no sitting there saying like, oh man, the Crusades, they were great. That's a totally misunderstood fucking campaign of war.
Was, can these three major religions get along? Can the Jew, can the Muslim, can the Christian? They came together to pray. What made it worse is my title of my book, Blind Conceit. He was so blind, he's so arrogant in his conceit, he didn't even notice that the audience wasn't even all Christian. There were Muslims in the room. There were people from 130 different countries sitting there trying to figure out, can we resolve this?
There is
that
a bigger
was the
issue,
purpose.
though. While he did this against Christians, he cannot, will not, refuses to say that radical Islam exists.
Hold on. But the whole reason that Obama mentioned, like, this is dumb. The whole reason Obama mentioned the Crusades and that shit in the first place was to say, let's not judge the Muslims for these radical, crazy extremists because us Christians have had radical, crazy extremists too. So it was about a gesture of fucking solidarity, you simple-minded fucking nitwit.
Obama is secretly a Muslim.
And also, he was inherently criticizing certain factions of Islam when he made that statement. So, I mean, like, these people are just commenting on a fucking alternate reality that doesn't even exist.
Why would a Muslim criticize a Muslim, TJ?
I don't know.
Answer that.
It's Kenyanism, man.
Kenyanism.
Kenyanism.
Did it because there's a saying, because what he wanted to do was put the Muslim community, those radical extremists, on notice that remember what they did to you. There's a saying in black communities like a payback is a mother. And what that means is let's remind them that you are not exactly. I'm not going to.
There's a B word involved.
I'm not going to. Look, we're on Sean Hannity's show, so exactly. But you're absolutely right. He was trying to disrupt what was going on there. Remember
No, he wasn't.
We had a
You're such a fucking liar. You're such a lying fucking bitch.
And why did he need to criticize?
Oh my God! I mean, like, you're not you can't just fucking lie out of your fucking teeth. You're just you're intentionally misrepresenting what fucking happened. It's ridiculous.
No, Obama just wanted to take the air out of the room and criticize.
These people are fucking absurd. They're totally misconstruing what was said
right.
intentionally. There's no way they're this fucking dense and stupid. Fuck this bitch. Fuck Sean Hannity. Fuck Geraldo Rivera, and fuck whoever the fuck else is sitting there.
It's got a B word included in it.
Oh, word. What was it, Bugs Bunny?
That's funny.
Yes, guys, it's totally Bugs Bunny.
Payback's a Bugs Bunny.
But TJ, these people are right.
Fuck them.
You have to understand that.
Fuck every last one of them up the ass with verbal rape internally.
Not a banana, though.
No, they get verbal rape.
By the way, if anyone listening right now happens to have any news stories that they'd like us to cover, feel free to send them to our Facebook.
Or anyone that they would like us to verbally rape.
Yes.
The amazing atheist,
With
the
our
misogynist, makes another rape joke insensitive
rapist
to the
wit.
victims of rape. He does not care about the pain and suffering of others. He has no empathy.
Verbal rape.
He is evil.
This next news segment is gender rights are nuts. It says gender rights is nuts, but I don't think
Gender
that
rights is nuts.
This shit be nuts, yo.
It's called Burn Mar, Scottish words. And basically, it's a women's college that said, we want to make darn sure you're a woman. So you have to confirm that you're a woman, and even if you're a man, you have to think that you're a woman if you want to come here.
Okay.
What is the world coming to, or have we already gotten there?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think they're really nuts.
I don't know.
I think
Where am I?
You're born one way or the other.
You know, sometimes I wake up and I pour mustard on my vagina.
I just don't understand why they don't know.
Well, I
Who are
think
you?
they don't want them to know, because if you have people confused about that, then you certainly can confuse them about any and everything else, don't you think?
Oh,
I
that's
think
it.
that's right.
that's right. That's totally right. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, if there
you cracked the case, Scoob.
So like,
if you confuse people about their gender, then
Yep.
you can trick them in anything.
Anything else?
I like applesauce.
Honestly, I don't see how people can be confused about whether you're a boy or a girl.
Well, maybe
I
I don't see that. I just don't see it.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
These
So
kids nowadays thinking that boys can be girls and girls
So the
can be
people
boys.
that actually go through a transition,
What?
They just thought that would be fun.
They're pretenders.
It was just for fun.
The problem is that
They're pretending.
most trans people are not even confused. I mean, there are people who are gender confused,
Sure.
but most trans people are not confused about their gender identity. They know what their gender identity is. It just doesn't happen to conform with their actual body.
Right.
Any question whether you're
And
a
the
boy or a girl?
expectations of morons.
I don't understand it. I think
don't
the world
get
is
it.
nuts, and I think the people who are saying
I
they
don't
want-
understand
that
it,
it's
and
okay
frankly,
for
it
the
scares
boys
me.
To go in the girls' bathrooms is just. I can hardly think of anything so nutty.
Well, if you destroy
nutty.
modesty, if you destroy privacy, you actually destroy humanity. Don't you believe?
What?
Yes,
Hold on. So, first of all, nothing about the existence of trans people destroys privacy. I think that actually, like, the NSA spying on us is probably a bigger fucking death blow to privacy
Yeah.
than, someone wanting sexual reassignment or going through a transition or even choosing not to. But I mean, like, even so, like, if privacy is totally gotten rid of, that doesn't destroy humanity somehow. In fact, privacy was a fairly recent concept. I mean, people used to live very much communally and didn't have much, if any, expectation of privacy. So I don't see how that destroys humanity. I mean, I agree privacy is a good thing, but trans people are not a threat to it. The government spying on us is a threat to it.
How are the transgender people a threat to privacy?
Giant corporations data mining to the point where, if you look at if you're driving down the road and you see like a Cadillac Escalade, you say, "Oh, that's a pretty cool car." Later, you'll fucking notice that every ad you see on Facebook is for Cadillac Escalades because they can fucking monitor your fucking thought process down to the gnat's ass just based on your behavior. Like, you'll see, if you actually pay attention to the ads on Facebook, you'll notice that they're fucking highly targeted towards things that you've expressed interest in recently. I think that's a bigger invasion of privacy than, someone who wasn't biologically born the same sex as me.
I mean,
wants to use the fucking same bathroom as me. I don't even understand why there's gendered fucking bathrooms to begin with.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's an invasion of privacy because you feel this person is not really a man or a woman, so they're just there just to look at you like, go ahead. I'm waiting.
What does your personal feelings matter anyway? That's like me saying, oh, well, I don't think that Eskimos are real people because I just don't feel that to be true. I mean, like, so fucking what?
So, I think so. And who was that athlete who, after he won a lot of awards as a male athlete, now he wants people to think he's a girl?
Just talking about Bruce Jenner.
Bruce Jenner. Actually, he doesn't want them to think he's a girl. He wants them to believe that you can change after 50 some odd years and having children and grandchildren, that you can one day wake up and say, hey, what the heck? I think I will go for one.
I seriously.
That was what happened.
He just woke up.
I'm a woman.
Yeah, like that happens to so many guys. You just wake up one day. You know what? It's about time that I get a pussy.
As we know, transgender people are widely accepted in American society.
Yeah,
there's not any resistance.
And
to it all.
it's just like a split-second decision. Like,
and
what?
An easy decision is that
sex change. That's the answer. I'm just bored being this gender, so I'm gonna change.
Yeah, and then you go to the hospital. You're like, make me a woman. Oh, right this way, sir.
I mean, ma'am.
These people are fucking idiots. I don't even know what this show is, but
It's
right-wing
the Talk
Watch
to Solomon
decided to
show,
it.
dude.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, it's awesome.
I think it's more accurately be put to sleep by Solomon.
At Stan Solomon.
I don't understand it.
She literally has a voice like that. I don't understand.
Hold
Where
on.
am I?
Herbert, come change my Depends.
Hey, do you remember a few years ago there was a company out of the Netherlands that wanted to send people on a one-way mission to Mars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And film a reality show?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the, I guess, audition tapes have been released.
Neat.
And here's a news story from TJ's favorite reporter about those.
Oh, I already know, the CNN woman.
You've heard all the hoopla about that one-way manned mission to Mars? Well, here are some
Mars?
who won't be manning it.
Good evening, fellow Martian wannabes. My name's Ryan.
I'm a huge Trekkie.
Hello, Earth.
I'm Max.
These are audition videos from Mars One rejects.
My name is Derek, and I would love to go explore some of my big five Martian door. I
Rejected him
think I
'cause
want
he's
this even more. My name is
black.
Derek.
Rejected just because he's black and probably gay.
Gays in space!
It's really fucked up. Everyone I've seen so far deserves to go.
Wanted a chance to colonize Mars and be part of a reality show, had to send in a video. 99 have made the cut so far.
I'll tell you what, your name would go down in history, but you'd probably die. You probably wouldn't last very long, honestly.
Yeah,
You won't see these faces among them.
Therefore, I can stay active in space. Yeah.
The candidates had to say why they'd be good for the mission.
And I love my pointy ears. I was born to be a Martian.
Some included
Yeah. What?
photos in costume,
Martians have
weird
fucking pointy
visual
ears,
effects, a cardboard helmet, an entire spacesuit.
Am I crazy? I would rather say adventurous.
They were also asked to describe their sense of humor.
Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Great food, no atmosphere.
How about this? Or this.
How'd you like to spend 7 months in a spaceship with this guy?
Yeah.
I don't know. Thanks.
Yeah, because
Okay, I'll
I
do
guess
it.
that's how long it would take them to get there, right? 7 months?
Yeah.
Man.
They'll probably explode.
I don't know. I don't know. They
It's
could
unlikely to even
probably
happen.
make it, but landing would be crazy, and then
Scotty,
surviving.
Scotty, I think you should go.
The application process is closed, TJ.
You should go to Mars, Scotty.
But the rejects weren't the only ones with weird application
Why-
videos.
what is that? What?
This winner named Cody did most of his audition upside down.
You see, on Mars, you may need to dig a hole to survive the radiation.
Now the good news for the rejects.
This mission's
is
in
better
good
to
hands, Ben.
Yeah. Upside Down Man is on
Upside Down Man's on
be a
the job.
living reject than a dead winner. An MIT study suggested the first of the Mars colonists would suffocate in 68 days.
Comes one man named Cole Leonard, willing to die in front of billions of people.
Paul the reject will never get that public death, and Mel the transgender taxi driver will never pilot a spaceship.
Why the fuck not?
I don't understand it.
I
Not for long. She went to Mars and it
kind of
went wrong.
seems like
Ginimos.
This is my
CNN.
What the fuck?
Some people just get too involved.
I want these people on Mars, damn it.
Yeah, this would make a better reality show like Mars. What they should do is anyone they select as a winner is actually eliminated and all the rejects get to go.
I wonder what the delay is if they were broadcasting from Mars. Like, how long would it take to get back to us? Like, how delayed would it be?
I don't know. But apparently they would die in 68 days.
According to that study, yeah, which...
Maybe
I
they
mean,
should-
is it because they run out of oxygen?
That's what they said.
Yeah.
Well, what the I mean...
They need to work on that.
Yeah, that's very important.
I think
Why
they-
go if you're just going to die, like, in a month or two?
Yeah, I think they need to like improve the survival rate or something.
Yeah, the survival rate is
I would say that
0% so far.
I would say
so-
that you should be able to at least guarantee they can live for like 10 or 20 years on Mars, because you know you don't want to have to be sending new people up every fucking season to keep the show going.
yeah, I can't cancel the show, too. I already invested all this in it.
Right, you know. So I mean, we need to get that 68 days. I mean, like you know, get it to where they last 10 years at least. And then maybe the technology will improve enough that you could send more shit up and they can last a little longer.
Next story. Will Republican concessions prevent a DHS shutdown?
Unless Congress acts, the TSA, which keeps airports safe, the Coast Guard, which keeps them...
I know. I knew you'd laugh at that.
The TSA, which keeps
That's fine.
airports
Defund
safe.
them. That's fine with
What
me.
an interesting fucking perspective.
They kept us safe, just like George Bush.
Keeping us safe.
Smoke them out. We're going to smoke them out.
The troops
America's
fight
water
for our
safe,
freedom.
and the Secret Service, which keeps the president safe, would lose funding.
Let the Department of Homeland Security do its job. For America, for Americans.
Democrats continue to try to protect funding for the president's unconstitutional action.
Tonight, Senate Republicans backed off a bit, saying they would fund Homeland Security as Democrats demanded, as long as they also vote to end the president's plan giving legal status to millions of undocumented immigrants.
This is the worst kind of politics, man.
Yeah, they like hold government services hostage.
Yeah,
while they like bargain.
I mean, to me, the Republicans, when they use these tactics, are basically like terrorists.
And then they go, "Oh, look, Obama caused the government to shut down again."
It's like, no, you did, you fucking jackholes. What are you talking about? You're the ones who are willing to you're the ones who are basically like, we're gonna fucking, if you don't change this policy, we're not going to fund all of these things that people actually like. Now, as far as Department of Homeland Security, they can defund that shit. I hope they do. You know, I don't fucking care about the TSA. I don't think it should even fucking exist in the first place. The Secret Service, who cares? I ain't president, so I seriously doubt that Obama is just going to be unprotected if they don't fund that. I'm sure that they'll figure something out. And as for what was it, the other one, the Coast Guard or something?
Yeah, the Coast Guard.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Fuck them. Fuck them all.
Okay.
Yep.
Opportunity to express their disapproval of what the president did in November.
But Democrats want assurances House Republicans will fully fund Homeland Security.
The burden is on the Republicans. What they're doing
fuck
is
happened to
wrong for the
him?
country.
I don't know.
Oh, apparently he had some exercising accident.
The Republicans beat the fuck out of him.
Yep.
John Boehner was slapping around like a bitch.
John Boehner got a little
He
mad.
saw him at the tanning salon.
I think John Boehner shoved his boner in Harry Reid's eye or something.
You know, Harry Reid's one of the few Mormon Democrats.
Yes, he is. A lot of people don't know that, actually.
Yep.
He is a moron. I mean, Mormon. Sorry.
They not only will be blamed, they should be blamed for what's going on.
If the department does shut down, it would mean some 30,000 furloughs. But the vast majority of workers, from TSA to Border Patrol to Secret Service agents, would still be required to work, in most cases without pay.
They would have to come to work. So is it really going to be that big of a deal to most of your agency when it comes to the risk to this country?
Well, they won't
Yes,
be being
it is
paid.
that big of a deal.
It's a big deal that they're not getting money for doing their
Right.
job. I mean, is it really that big of a deal that people are going to have to work and not get paid? It's like, yeah, it's kind of
These fucking
slavery.
pundits are fucking idiots. I mean, is it that big of a deal? It's like, okay, what if you show up to CNN? Like, well, I noticed I didn't get my paycheck deposited in my bank account.
CNN's like, oh, we're just not paying you anymore.
Yeah,
You still have to work
pay
for
is
us.
so
but,
passe.
you know, we're pretty sure we're going to be living in a post-capitalist society soon.
Yeah,
anyway.
any minute now. So
Star Trek Utopia is about to descend. Come on, Ray Kurzweil was right. The singularity approach.
Yeah, it was like we didn't know what we were doing, and then Adam Kokesh showed up and showed us the way.
Yeah, Adam showed up and he's like, "Wrestling's gay, y'all,"
Yep.
and then everything was fixed. Once America
I
came
know
to a
he said
consensus,
wrestling is gay, and it was good.
Once America realized that, everything was just fixed.
That's how you fix it. All right, so the next story is, I believe, Sean Hannity again.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's about a Christian U.S. veteran fighting alongside the Kurds to defeat ISIS. So I think, I think they may be suggesting that he's there like on his own accord, not actually a part of an official military organization. So let's see, or maybe he is. Let's see.
Welcome back to Hannity. Now, you've heard stories of ISIS recruiting young men, American and European jihadists. They fly to the Middle East to join them in their reign of terror.
Great
My
dental
next guest
plan.
is an American veteran and a Christian who traveled to Iraq to fight with the Kurds in northern Iraq against ISIS. Now, Jordan Matson served in the U.S. Army. Since September, he's been battling ISIS terrorists with the words, "Christ is Lord," inscribed in his vest, on his vest. And Jordan now joins me from an undisclosed location in Syria.
Look at this guy.
Why? So Hannity actually approves of this?
Apparently.
Yeah.
What a scumfuck.
Yeah, go become a fucking like guerrilla, soldier in another country.
But it's done for Christianity, so it's
in the
okay.
name of Christ.
Yeah.
What? This is the guy who's just
Muslims doing it. Oh no! Don't do it.
No fucking wonder he doesn't see the Crusades as a problem. He supports their continuation. He's like, yeah, go fight those muzzies in the name of God and Christ.
Thank you, Jordan, for being with us. Appreciate you being here.
It's an honor to talk to you, sir.
No, it's not. You're a piece of
Why
shit.
don't you first tell us what you have seen? We heard about the Yazidis, the persecution of Christians. You saw what happened in Libya with the Coptic Christians. Tell us what you have seen and what inspired you to go fight ISIS.
Personally, sir, it was a few years of saying it was an Iraqi problem and not doing anything about it while ISIS grew. One, when the Yazidis were pushed out of Shangal City and up the mountain, they beheaded hundreds of Yazidi men and took their wives and their sisters and their children and sold them into slavery. That was a big deciding factor. But after that, really tipped the iceberg was when Mosul fell itself. And they killed a lot of Christians as they fled Mosul.
Oh my God!
So this is this guy's reasoning for doing what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could just go anywhere in the world and fight anybody I don't agree with. Like, I could go and go fight North Korea right now, just my own personal little vendetta. Like, oh, once I saw what they were doing to their people and all those people in the prison camps, I knew I had to go over there.
Well, apparently, you have to join a group. Since this guy's fighting with the Kurds,
yeah,
that makes it okay.
So as long as there's some group fighting, even if it's not my war and I shouldn't be involved, I can go and join up, and then it's cool.
But TJ, they're killing Christians.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize.
So at that point, when our government said they weren't going to really do anything about it, I decided if our government wasn't going to do anything, I would.
Okay. You know where you are is extraordinarily dangerous. You know your enemy. Tell us the level of engagement you have had militarily against ISIS where you are.
I shot him.
We see contact. It really depends on where you go. And Shangal is there for a month, and we see contact pretty much every single day. We've been running on northeastern Syria, because I don't really want to go into my exact location. But we take contact about every week. I've been here since September of last year. So
kind of looks like a scrawny or Roman Reigns
daily basis. It's more of a World
a
War
little
II,
bit.
Style
I can kind of see it there.
Yeah.
Or Vietnam style fight because our enemy has territory.
So,
we see contact every day. It's not like Iraq.
Let me get this straight. If a Christian says Christians are being killed by this army, so I'm joining the Kurds and I'm going to fight them, then Sean Hannity says, that's beautiful.
That's heroic.
Justified.
He's a freedom fighter.
But if Muslims say, hey, my village was wiped out by American bombing campaigns, so I'm going to join ISIS or Al-Qaeda or whatever, then those people are like these cowardly pieces of shit.
Yeah, and terrorists.
So that's the standard. Okay. Just making sure I understand.
Yes. That's
Back
how it
in
works.
Afghanistan, where our enemy was hiding from us, they're actually trying to hold land on a daily basis, and we don't have the technology that let's say the United States military has, that we can just push our enemies away. So it's a daily grind, and we're taking a lot of casualties on both sides.
Yeah. Let me ask you, because you know about the beheadings, you know about the evil, you know about the atrocities, you know about, people lined up and they're all, assassinated. You've seen it yourself up close and personal. You also know what happens to anybody that is taken captive by them, and you know the risks. And then you hear the president, he won't say the word radical Islamist.
He always brings that up. Well, Obama won't say radical Islamist.
I mean, I think it is a little disingenuous that Obama will intentionally avoid using the term, using Islam, but I mean, it's not as if Obama doesn't acknowledge that ISIS is a problem. Obama fucking tried to get authorization to go to war with fucking ISIS, for fuck's sake. That's what I don't understand. Why do these conservative Republicans keep acting like Obama is this fucking pacifist about ISIS? Obama wants to go fight ISIS.
Because they want to demonstrate on one hand, look at all the atrocities of ISIL or ISIS, and then look at Obama. He's not doing anything about it. He doesn't want to commit to another ground war. How dare he?
But he fucking tried. He asked for authorization and he didn't get it.
TJ, that was a bipartisan vote against the war.
That's what I'm saying. So how can you possibly say, oh, well, this is Obama. He's so fucking weak on this issue.
Obama is weak on this issue, TJ.
I mean, I don't agree with Obama on this issue. I don't want to go fight ISIS. Fuck ISIS.
Yeah?
You know,
just saying people when the Nazis were coming. You know what? Maybe it's a peaceful solution.
Well, that may be. I mean, history might actually bear that out, as ludicrous as it is. But at current time, I don't think
this
there's any
guy's
reason
going
to
and
go
fighting
fight
for
fucking
Christian
ISIS.
freedom, TJ, and you just want to shit on him.
You know, I mean, if he wants to do that, fine. But I don't see why Sean Hannity should praise this guy as like some kind of hero.
He
when
is a hero, TJ.
If the religions were reversed, he would be saying this guy's a terrorist.
Well, then he would be a terrorist.
Oh, okay. I see. I was confused.
Muslim equals terrorist. Christian equals freedom.
But that's who he's fighting with. Are Muslims?
Yeah.
Kurds are Muslims.
Yes,
as far as I know.
Let's see what this guy says about that.
That you say that inspired you. If he's not going to do anything about it, you feel compelled. What would you want to tell the president that you're seeing that he obviously isn't getting?
Well, for one, politics aside, well, I should say politics is the reason that a lot of people are still dying over here. We have U.S. forces on the ground. Their hands are tied. They can't do anything. Even when I was in Shangal, when the airplanes would come in to give us air support, ISIS knew ahead of time, so they'd go in houses because we had no one marking targets on the ground. We had NATO had no advanced location on where ISIS was hiding, so they'd fly in, take a look. If they weren't there, they'd fly out. And the only time they hit them is if they're actually out still fighting us in an engagement. So, for one, politics is hindering us, and I can't understand why he isn't pushing these troops forward to help us out. Besides that, these people are human beings. They just want to live in peace.
And the Kurds
people
are
stood by
willing to
us for
fight.
10 years.
And the Kurds are willing to fight. All we need to do is provide.
I believe the Kurds are the people that Saddam Hussein used like the chemical weapons against.
Yeah. That is correct.
Yeah.
Intelligence
Also,
and some military support for them.
Kind
and we're
of
not
cheese. Well, part of cheese. Yeah.
doing that, are we?
They put that on top of some poutine, some curd.
Yeah. Kurds.
Some gravy.
Yeah.
No, we're not, especially on the Syrian side. The Syrian Kurds are extremely pro-Western and pro-American, and they are getting absolutely no support financially or militarily by us. They get some help with air support, but doing Kobani and whatnot, but other than that, we're not getting anything.
All right. Well, I want you to stay safe. I think what you're doing is noble. Jordan, thank you.
It's
if you want him to stay safe, have him come back to the United States and stop fighting in someone else's war.
To be an international vigilante is...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not Batman. Stop it.
All right. Next story. Did taxpayers fund politicians' Katy Perry tickets?
Good.
Probably.
How expensive could they possibly have been?
Pretty expensive.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
But I mean, like, when you fucking consider like the size of the tax base, how much could they have really been? I mean, whatever. Let's see.
Has never shied away from publicity. He boasts about his travels online, posting pictures on Instagram of meeting the Pope at the Vatican, hanging out with Buddhist monks in Myanmar, and parasailing in Argentina. Telling ABC News he's not your typical member of Congress. And if his photos raise eyebrows, well...
You know, as Taylor Swift said, haters are going to hate.
Shock even showed off his toned abs in Men's Health.
Hold on. The real scandal here is not a congressman might have used tax dollars for his own personal bullshit, because that happens all the time. The real story is that here's a congressman who is, like, quoting Taylor Swift like she's some authoritative source on anything.
It's kind of like Herman Cain with the Pokemon music.
I mean, it's like, as Taylor Swift said, like, I didn't even pay attention after that. My mind literally shut down for a second. It's like, I don't give a fuck what Taylor Swift said.
But his very public presence may now be causing problems.
Eat a
Those
dick.
very Instagram photos posted by him leading to questions about who's funding his lifestyle. Schock used taxpayer and campaign money to pay for flights on private jets and even tickets to a sold-out Katy Perry concert, according to the
This guy has
Associated
terrible
Press.
taste in music.
The AP says Schock took at least a dozen flights worth more than...
I'm hoping that he like took his daughter or something, but maybe
Dude, he just quoted Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that's
true.
true.
I don't think so.
$40,000 on planes owned by key donors since mid-2011. The fresh-faced congressman, just 33, has been seen as a rising star in the Republican Party. But stories about his spending and his relationship with donors are now raising questions.
It comes down to a lot of smoke, but repeatedly over and over again. And you know what they say, when there's a lot of smoke, there's often fire.
Shock isn't commenting on the latest report, which comes after a series of stories on the lavish decorations in his Capitol Hill office. Dark red walls,
Okay, so
I do not give a fuck.
you don't care.
I don't give even 1/10 of a fuck.
How do you feel about it, Scotty?
So you're for if you elect a political office, just wherever taxpayer money is, you just basically have the privilege of spending it.
I think I feel like this is not at all a unique situation. I just feel like this guy.
I don't think that it's unique.
I feel like this guy is being more ostentatious than most of these guys when it comes to stealing this money, but I don't think he's doing anything that probably most of Congress is doing.
But do you approve of it in general, though?
I don't approve of it in general, but I don't give a shit about them taking this one guy's specific example and trying to crucify him like, oh, well, this is the obvious. This guy's the problem. Like, bullshit. Corruption is rampant in Washington. I don't think that he's
the problem. I think he's part of the problem.
Yeah, but I don't think he's some particularly egregious example that deserves to be singled out.
Well, we don't know that. I mean,
that's just my opinion. Based on what I've seen here.
Because I mean, there actually is a difference. I mean, it's one thing to say, "Oh, I'm gonna get some cushy lobbyist job," and that's more reprehensible than just him saying, "Hey, I took the money for fucking some trips." You know what I mean?
I'm still more distressed that he quoted Taylor Swift.
Okay,
he needs to be removed from office immediately,
swiftly.
All right, so this next clip is a very short 30-second clip. It's from a local news station out of Cleveland. They were covering something that happened at the Oscars.
It's better than Detroit.
And a very awkward situation happened due to what the female anchor
I know what this
says.
is.
Yeah.
I know what this is.
Tonight with this tribute to the Sound of Music. Afterwards, Julie Andrews joined her on stage, gave her a hug, and called it wonderful.
It was wonderful.
It's very impressive, though, isn't it?
This is like the feel-good news story. Like, oh, yeah, she came on stage and called it wonderful.
And everyone danced around and was so happy.
And I don't know how this girl got her job, but she's about to demonstrate how much of a dumbass she really is.
It's hard to really hear her voice.
Lady Gaga.
With all the jigaboo music.
And the dude, you watch the guy smile at her like, did you really just say that?
That she did, whatever you want to call it, jigaboo.
Yeah, she has a nice voice.
She's a gorgeous voice. I never knew. Very nice.
She got fired.
Did she? Because last I read, she didn't.
Yeah, or didn't she get like demoted or something?
Last I'd heard, they just said they talked to her, and she said she wasn't going to do it anymore. But
Did she claim that she didn't know what it meant?
she said that she had no idea that the word meant anything racial, which
She's, if that's true, then she's just truly, completely and utterly ignorant. But I mean, I find that hard to believe. But who knows?
I like how the guy
I find it easy to believe because there's no way she would have just blurted it out when she's sitting there on the news with her black co-anchor.
Yeah,
I guess that is a good evidence for your argument.
And she seems totally oblivious. So
Yeah,
I was
she's
just
smiling.
I would just imagine that she is totally oblivious.
He's just looking at her like, "What'd you say, bitch?"
He's about to smack a hoe.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Some people truly are just completely ignorant.
Let's see here. Glenn Beck applauds parents who refuse to vaccinate their kids.
But of course.
I found this phenomenal. Wealthy LA schools, the wealthiest Beverly Hills areas, now have vaccination rates that are as low as South Sudan's, because the parents there are opting out of vaccinating their children because it's not natural. It could, they fear autism, they fear eczema.
Yay for not scientifically backed claims. Yay!
Seborrhea, psoriasis.
But they're having a big uptick
Okay, Glenn.
Right.
in whooping cough and
Stop
all
being a
these
douchebag.
diseases.
Torn.
Why are you applauding?
I'm torn. I mean, halfway just to piss you off. But the other half
So you're
is,
petty. Well,
I
I'm
think
so
that there is a
surprised.
lot to be said for this vaccination crap. It is. I have no idea.
Sorry, go ahead.
I know.
You don't believe in vaccinating?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I said I think
Yeah,
there's a
you
lot
did.
to be said
You pretty much
for
did.
saving lives, being cautious, on what we're jamming into our children's arms by law all the time. Right.
Actually, most states do not require. There's only 2 states, West Virginia and Mississippi, as far as I know, that require children to have vaccinations. And there's no.
I wish there was a law.
exemptions. Yeah, but he's acting like, okay, the people in Los Angeles can just say it's a personal exemption. I mean, it's pretty much in California really easy to just say, oh, well, we don't believe vaccinations are good for our children, so we're not going to do it.
Okay.
I mean, I'll go for. I mean, I got it. We eradicated smallpox. We got it. But there's a lot of stuff. I gave my kids the vaccination. But there's a lot of stuff that we're now. We don't know what we're dealing with. I mean, doctors are so arrogant, and
they went to medical school. They got a degree. The fucking arrogant assholes.
Doctors think that just because they understand medicine and I don't, that means they're more qualified to speak about it than I am.
They're clearly not.
But doctors are arrogant.
a little bit of
Their
experience
hubris
here.
sickens me.
They will pump you full of stuff and say, "Oh no, it's when a lot of times." The GMO, the food, the poisons in our own food,
the GMO.
just to keep it all, hey, it's fresh, it's new, used by 2017.
It looks beautiful.
Looks great.
These people,
all of that stuff, plus all of the medication. Whenever you put medication in your body, there is an equal and opposite. It happens. I mean, it's...
What? No.
An equal and opposite?
An equal and opposite?
Is he talking about physics? I mean,
There's
like...
an equal and opposite reaction.
Yeah, I mean,
so
like...
if you take a medication, it cures you, but then it also kills you as an equal and opposite reaction. What is it?
And medication does not affect everyone the same way. So
There's
not
no
even...
reason to fear GMOs. There's no evidence whatsoever to suggest that
I didn't know
GMOs
Glenn
are
Beck
harmful.
was into the GMO thing.
Apparently
Well,
he is.
you know what's funny too is with GMOs, people say like, "What about these pesticides?" Like that has nothing to do with genetically modified organisms.
Yeah, like pesticides, a totally separate issue. But there's
it's
nothing.
poison.
The GMO, all that means is that it's genetically been modified. That's what it means. Genetically modified. All that means is like they took certain like DNA sequences out or put new ones in.
Yeah, now the plant is more drought resistant.
Right. I mean, like we already eat nothing but DNA as it goes. Like, you know, pretty much everything we eat, whether it's meat or plant, whether it's plant or whether it's plant matter, vegetable matter, fucking animal matter, it's all fucking DNA because those are all living things and DNA is the building block of life. So all they're doing is altering the DNA. They're taking DNA from here, putting it there, so on and so forth. There's no fucking way that that's harmful to anybody. There's nothing to suggest, oh, well, I mean, like, the most you could say is, oh, I mean, I don't really know. There's nothing you can really say, honestly.
We could say as of now, there's no evidence, but there could in the future.
Right.
Evidence
I mean,
could
like,
arise.
sure, we should always be open to that, and we should always investigate it. We should always make sure that our food is as safe as possible, but...
Of course.
I mean... There's no evidence yet to suggest that GMOs are harmful, and it feeds a lot more people a lot easier, and it's been revolutionary for agriculture.
There's some studies on naturalliving.com or some bullshit site that totally says the opposite.
Yes.
So I'm going to go with those dubious sources.
FuckGMOs.com says that GMOs are bad.
Fuck GMOs.
They're a legitimate source. Can't you see that?
I agree. I think they're totally legitimate.
They're too legit to quit.
All right. So...
Fuck this.
I'm going. Yay!
I don't know.
Smallpox we got rid of. That's fine, but the other vaccines we don't really need them.
I don't know if we have enough time to do Q&A. I think we could do one more video, and then we could do the Q&A videos on Monday.
Monday.
So if you send in a question and I didn't play it, no need to send it in again. Chances are I'm going to play it. If you have new questions, feel free to send those in to our Facebook.
Blame Ben.
Ben sure is a piece of fucking shit.
Boo Ben.
Boo
Ben.
Our Facebook hit over 10,000 likes just recently.
Thanks, everybody.
Or over 10,000.
Yep.
Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter.
Follow TJ around with a stick.
Donate, or I shouldn't say donate, but patronize us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/DP.
Yes.
And also, you already seen the audible ad.
Our most popular Patreon perk is the private show, and we will probably be announcing the private show dates in the beginning of March.
And the deadline's coming up.
Yeah. If you want to be able to see the March private show, remember, you have to
March.
become a patron before the end of February.
Yeah, don't sign up on March 5th and be like, so I'm waiting to see the show.
Yeah.
You won't be able to.
If you sign up on March 5th, you're going to have to wait
I always
for
get those videos. Or
April.
videos.
Oh,
I always get those messages.
Well,
all the time.
Too damn bad.
Yeah.
Read the Patreon page. It explains a lot
I don't
of
know.
these
We
things.
explain this so often too, even on the air, that if you don't know, you're kind of a fucking moron.
Also, don't remove your patronage before the show.
Yeah.
Because if you drop off the list, I don't know. The Patreon
You're gone from our
system-
list. Yeah, you're gone from the system. We don't know that you paid before.
Yes.
So wait till after the show and then cancel it if you decide.
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
that.
If you need to cancel, that's understandable, but don't do it before we give you your reward.
Right.
Exactly.
All right. And I contact everyone through Patreon. We do not answer questions on Facebook about Patreon or anything like that because on Facebook I can't see if you're even a patron at all.
Yeah.
At least there I can look to see.
True enough.
And
True be that, Ben. True be that.
If there's an issue, we can address it there.
So I guess we're going to do one more video and then call it quits.
Yeah, yeah. Except for the post show.
Sure.
Which is available on iTunes.
And our iTunes, we're usually available on iTunes like 24 hours after the show ends.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And it's cool because the more we do that and the higher we get onto the iTunes rankings, the more we control the other more famous people that we ended up sharing the rankings with the last time we were up there. Like Bill Maher.
Fuck you, Bill Maher.
Fuck you, Bill Maher. I guess Bill Maher said something about like anti-vaccine stuff on his show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can't
does.
play any of his videos because then we get the strike. So
He strikes us.
he doesn't do it personally, but it's like Viacom.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't give
Pull
a
your
shit,
beak
but
from out
yeah,
my heart.
He doesn't own the content exclusively, so
Right.
It's Bill Maher. He's personally like, fuck the Drunken Peasants.
I doubt it.
He's got a vendetta against us, apparently.
Everyone tweet to Bill Maher, stop persecuting the Drunken Peasants.
I was gonna say have everyone tweet to Glenn Beck.
You can do that too.
What do you want them to say to Glenn Beck?
I don't know. They can choose what they want to say.
He's got like the jerk off hand in one. He's like cupping the balls with the other hand.
I think
practicing for later.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
She just like, I'm gonna meet Glenn a little bit later.
Glenn Beck, yeah.
A little bit later. Oh yeah.
I don't even think we don't even have enough time to do another video.
We're done. All right, show's
It's over with. It's garbage. It's gone.
We didn't take a break, and we did mostly news stories. Most people leave before the Q&A anyway. So, yeah. Thanks
Show's
for watching.
fucking over. Get out of here.
Show's over on YouTube.
Assholes.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Y'all the
We
biggest
never
thing.
liked you.
Goodbye. Fuck you, TJ.